Hey there, guys, gals, fans, and pals. Your buddy JohnMegacycle here. Another episode of the Megacycle Crafters coming at you. Before we get started, let's go ahead and kick off that intro. Gosh, I really like how that turned out. I really do. Also the mid-reel. Little guy right there. Yeah, I like him. Didn't take a ton of effort, but I really enjoy the work I did. Speaking of work, I've had a beast of a day today with work and everything. And I thought, you know what might be really nice? Just take a little bit of a break, a little bit of a breather, a little bit of gaming, a little bit of streaming, a little bit of lo-fi. Let's see how this all turns out, right? Let's see, I just got all the batteries online. Seeing steady increases. Good, good. We got a lot of our storage taken care of last episode. Really happy with how this is looking. It actually looks like it's got a little bit of a vibe to it now. It actually feels like I'm working on its own identity and stuff. Oh, another row of storage. Actually, and I'm sure we are full on... We're full on lapis, like, to the gills, right? And redstone. Oh my gosh. Okay, what I'm really hoping for is some of this chorus flower to blossom. Or grow, or I don't actually know how this works. But I need the chorus fruit. Popped chorus fruit for the world... What a world no, not fluid. Just a world... What's a world energy exporter? What does that do? Places energy into the world. Okay, that's super. What I need is a world block exporter. No, that's not it. Thought that was it. Nope. Integrated dynamics. There we go. There we go. Nice, nice. Machine writer. Reader. Ah, yeah, integrated tunnels. Okay. What I'm looking for is about a dropper. Places blocks in the world. Pick up blocks. I could have sworn I read that this was like a dropper type. The world items. World item export. Place items into the world. Okay. Yeah, I need the logic director, which crystallized chorus chunk. Block of crystallized chorus. Crystallized chorus chunk. How do I make that? Squeeze popped chorus fruit. Okay. Seems fairly straightforward. I wonder if I should get a second drying basin and a second squeezy. Because I don't think I ever want the liquids to mix. So let's go ahead and do that. What do I need for... mechanical squeezy. Buddy, where are you? There you are. Need a regular squeezer. I need some batteries. Obsidian diamond. That's easy enough. Squeezer's easy enough. I need a bunch of batteries. Let's go ahead and make a ton of batteries. Batteries are something that I don't really want to muck with too much. It's amazing. I pull a block of redstone. It's already done. I wouldn't mind to make like a straight up stack of these. Nope. 21 seems legit. Let's grab more of that. I already have some iron on me. The only thing I don't have in the system really is any amount of lumber, but that's okay. Something like this. Okay. Energy battery. Nope, I clicked the wrong thing. There we are. I also need crystallized mineral chunks, which we have quite a bit of. Alright, let's try this again. Battery. I want 20 batteries. Thank you. And then with this, I'll need a drying basin and a squeezer. So let's see if I've got any more black dye. I do. Awesome. Awesome to the max. Drying basin. Oh, just any logs will do. I don't know if I actually got more lumber trimmed up, ready to go. Wouldn't mind taking a quick snooze. Oh, I put my bed somewhere else. Hold on. I'm a silly Billy. Silly Mo Billy. Yeah. That's all I really had to say about that. I don't know if I actually planted more trees. I didn't. There's that in the way. Let's get a little bit of this going on. Spacing of 2 is pretty good. That way there's plenty of room for the leaves. And if they turn into like large oak trees, it's easily, gosh, language is hard. It's done fairly easily. There we are. I was trying to say it easily can be done. Good. All the sugar is gone. While we're waiting, I'm just gonna pop this oak tree right over here. Very nice. Lo-Fi Jams brought to you by the Lo-Fi Girl. Playlist is on YouTube. Whenever I post a VOD, I always make sure to have the link for everything. So if you're interested in that, that's where the playlist is. What was I going for? Drying basin. Do I not have... Oh, I know where it is. Man, that's still a really hard force of habit to get around. But like one of those, my good lad. And I need a block of iron. Iron should be a nil issue at this point, right? Oh, wow. Oh, mama. That's a lot of iron. Yes, I'll take that. Thank you. Is this starting to fill up? Not quite. Okay, you can have that back. Take that. And then I need the mechanical version of you. I need 3 obsidian total. No, I'm very sure I've got obsidian somewhere. Ah, 4. Even better. Even better? Oh, I need a diamond, okay. How much diamond am I sitting on? That's a lot of diamond, yo. So much diamond. Okay. No thanks. No thanks. No thanks. I know it's sacrilege to be pitching this stuff, but I just don't need it. I just really don't need any of it. That'll give me my mechanical drying basin. This will give me my mechanical squeezer. We're going to set up a very similar system that we have for everything else. Want to automate as much as we can all the time. Amen. Right? That's kind of the deal. Let's see. I need some stuff. Do I have all my chests? I thought last episode I made like a stack of chests. I must have gone through them all. Let's do that real quick. That kind of seems to be my ritual. On top of that, just like make a stack of chests. Whenever we run out, that's when we're done playing the game, right? I need item interfaces. I think I have all my crap over here. Item interface. I'll need some of that. Energy exporter. I'll need that. Okay, mechanical drying basin goes last. Squeezer goes next. Bop, bop. And I need bop. Okay. Right. You can take in some energy. You can take in some energy. And, I really hope these don't mesh. Push to adjacent tanks. I hope they don't mesh. We'll have to find out. I don't think it'll be a problem, but we'll just have to see. This is going to work very straightforward. Very similar to the other process. I wasn't able to find a YouTube playlist that was more energetic. That's kind of what I was hoping. I was hoping for something a little more peppy. Just a little more peppy. It doesn't have to be Power Ballads rock. Wouldn't mind something with a little more, just a little more punch to it. That's okay. I'll find something. But for now, the lo-fi chill mix works out pretty well, I think. I need a filter item interface. Item interface. Bop, 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 bop. Nope. Yup. Oh, yup. There you go. What I need is popped chorus fruit. I'm just going to pop this into the system somewhere. And it gets sucked up. And it got used. And where did the liquid go? Mineral resin. I thought the popped chorus fruit was supposed to produce a liquid. Change this to false. Okay, it produces very small amounts. Oh, here it is. Okay, I was looking over here. There's like 3 gauges in this machine, man. Which one am I supposed to look at? Weird. Just weird. But okay, it works out. It's fine. Things are not meshing. Nothing is meshing. Nothing is meshing. Okay, you can push out. Excellent. Good stuff. Okay, that goes in. The fragment should be here. Crystallized chorus chunk. Yep, very cool. I'm not going to set up a machine for that quite yet. We're not really that far. So what do I need for my world interface thingamadoo? I'm looking for a world block exporter. How come I keep getting a different thing? Item. World item exporter, right. Logic director. Oh, cool. We get a couple of them. Nice. I have enough. I have enough. I have enough. Hey, let's do it. Nope. I keep clicking on the wrong thing. Nope. World item. Item exporter. Okay, yeah, that's the right thing. Ooh, I can get a mess of these. Excellent sauce. Okay, for this, you can just, let's sort you. You can just sit right there. I need an item interface. So let's go ahead and get that figured out. Ba 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 da ba. Item exporter. Advanced item exporting. Excellent. Just for the test. I like to do testing first. Let's just pop this guy right here. Place item entities. Place item entities. I'll want... so let's do this first. We're going to set this on a low priority. No, 10. Like to skip our, save. Check it, did it keep? Save. Cool. I need lapis and redstone. So I'm going to have these items on a very high priority, a low priority, pick and choose, whatever you like. Now what's going to hopefully happen is it'll fill my reserves first. And then everything else is just going to pipe out, right? I'll take that. Thank you. Oh! Now what we're going to do is we're going to remove a bunch of this. Okay, and this gets filled immediately. I would very much like my flint and steel. So all these should be... That is like a stack a second, isn't it? Wow. So it'll get through all the lapis. Now, it better not be pulling from my chests. It is, holy crap. That's okay. That's interesting. I actually thought the filter item interface was a one-directional thing. How are we going to handle that? We could do another buffer. That's fine. It's fine that it acts that way. That's not the end of the world. That did get rid of a lot of lapis, though, I hope. I can get in there, because that's just going to get filtered back. That's lapis. Here's redstone. It probably didn't even get that far, yeah. Okay, so what we're going to do... We're going to do this fairly simply, I think. I like to keep things real simple if I can. Do I want the trash chute to be, like, a public-facing thing? Or do I want it to be, like, really, like, just tucked away? Not really too sure. Maybe I have, like, a little chest over here and be like, hey, this is where all the garbage goes. I like how symmetrical all this is. Let's just stash this over here a bit. What I will need is a chest. And what I will need is this guy. I don't need this anymore. Where's just a dump bin? Boom, boom, boom. Cool. You can take the iron for now. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to have, very similarly to what I've been saying this entire time, we're going to have a very simple output storage. Actually, this is its own dealy. Oh, I'm stuck. Oh, there we go. That was strange. Here's how this is going to fly. I need an item, filter, interface, dealy. I think I need more hoppers. Nope, we're good. Boop, 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 boop. So what we'll do is something like this. And actually, I don't like the way that looks. Poparoo. That looks a little more sophisticated to me. I still have that list. What we're going to do is we're going to set the priority to... I don't know if it's up or down for priority. I thought it was up. So here's... Okay, did that take out of the chest? I don't think so. So there's that, and then I think from here we do something like this. Maybe this is just going to work the exact same way as it did before, which is not at all. We'll see. I need an item exporter. I keep forgetting I gotta check my backpack. My backpack. And my filter's gone. Okay. That's fine. Now, is all the redstone cleared up here? Excellent sauce. Look at that. I keep forgetting it doesn't like shift clicking, but it's alright. Not the end of the world. Oh, that's where it went. I actually didn't need this item at all. Boop. I need an item exporter, though. Yeah, because everything that hits this chest just has to disappear. So we'll do an export. We'll do an export of everything. It'll be grand. Hello, friend. Yeah. Omni item dropping? Okay. I got an award and I didn't even do it right. Drop all items using a world item exporter. Okay. It doesn't really like that. Let's do it again as a list. That worked out before. The idea of this is I want to make sure I have a bunch of resources on hand, but I don't want it to overflow. We might need a little bit of logic for this to function the way I want it to. Of course, it's an importer, not an exporter. Bop. Because I'm a dingus, and I don't know why, I'm still having a very difficult time figuring out what goes in and what goes out. I don't know if I'm unlearning some Ender IO stuff, or like what's going on with that, but still once in a while I catch myself being like, why isn't this working? Oh yeah, I'm an idiot. Aha! I'm going to move, okay, thanks. Item importer. That still does not seem to want to work. Oh, whoops. Thank you, Pyro. Link in the promotions does not work. It is my... Oh, sure enough. So I posted a promotions link in my Discord server for my stream, and it actually was the moderator link. There we go. Thank you, sir. It's updated now. Oh, my. Egg on my face. Egg on my face. Thank you, sir. Much appreciate. Much appreciate. Okay. Everything's good? Everything all happy? Alright, alright. Back to stuff, back to stuff. Alright. I would like to know why this is not quite working. Can I just drop everything on the floor? Okay, so this is more what I wanted to test. What I've done is I've removed a lot of redstone. It is ejected onto the floor. Actually, John, it's moderator in Twitch League, not egg on your face. Very well stated. I like that. Okay, so what am I testing here? What I want to do is I want to make sure that this checks like the coal we had before, right? What it's going to do is it's going to make sure that there's priority, and the priority is met. So I'm just removing a bunch of this redstone and lapis, and I'm putting it in a bin. Now, the fact that it's coming to this chest that we're working on, yeah, looks good to me, means that it's not pulling extra crap out of the system. The world exporter was actually pulling stuff straight out. What I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a bunch of this redstone. I'm going to go put it back in that chest. Then I'll come back and I should see that bottom redstone chest full. That means I got the priorities right. Oh, actually, it's not here. I need to put it. Actually, even here is a fine dump bin. Bop. And that should all re-backfill into here if I have the priorities right. If I don't, I just should reverse it. What's that? Okay, I probably have the priorities reversed. You are priority 0. So that means a higher priority takes precedence. Precedence? Yes, let's change that. So I was wrong before. It's 0. Let's set this to -10. Let's grab a bunch of this crap. Okay, there's plenty of room. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take items out of this bin over here. Let's clean this up just a little bit more so I can actually remember what's happening. Alright, it's one chest full. I should be able to pop right over here. Should all get pulled in, and then this should get first dibs. It still doesn't. Interesting. Is everything else still full? Full, full, full. Full. Okay, thank you, Pyro. Appreciate you stopping by. Have a good rest of your day, dude. I'll get this priority thing right eventually. Oh, 10. No. Negative 10. Did I not save it? I didn't bloody save it. Okay, let's try this again, right? We have one chest full of redstone. And I'm just going to snag a leg from here. Once I get the theory down, it's not that big of a deal. But until then, it is a mess. Cool. Okay, now we got first dibs. Higher the number, bigger the priority. Okay, that should have been fairly self-explanatory for me. So this is going lapis. Ideally, I should put all these priorities higher because I want this thing to have precedence over storage. But meh, not that big of a deal. Okay, this is operating exactly as I had hoped. We're gonna get this all cleaned up, and I'm going to have a stupid amount of redstone on me, which is fine. This will give us another opportunity to test. When I go dump this off, this should all be full very quickly. And this should be full to the brim. It is. And then this should start getting full as well. It is. Cool stuff. All right. I wish there was a way to just eject everything out of my backpack. Backpack settings. Backpack settings. Another player can open false. Yeah, that's what Ashley was messing with me before. I'm just gonna let this stuff despawn, and we'll hasten that process with a little bit of fire. What was it? The Ohio Players Club, I think, made that song. Fire. I don't remember. It's been a while. I can't just put an item exporter here because it won't work, and I do want a little spacing in between. So, pop. And again, an item importer is what I want. Right? That's what all of these are. Item importer, variable card. Cool. Import all items. True. Place all entities. True. That's it. The channel doesn't matter. Do you need this list? Is this the issue? That's not the issue. Golly, I got it working not a moment ago. Maybe I need a filtering item interface with just filter all items. Maybe that'll help. These import only things are a little dodgy. Unless I'm talking about a singular item. I'll take an entire stack of iron, thanks. God, remember when we started this game and we were like, golly, how are we going to get our next iron? I don't even know. It might not even happen. And then it happened. It happened a whole mess. It happened a whole mess. Thank you kindly. Oh, that'll do. That'll do her. Okay. A little bit of netherrack, a little bit of fire, and there's that. That's our storage done and dusted. I don't think magma block causes fire. Oh, wait. Is it netherrack I want? I think it's netherrack. It's been a while since I messed with something like this. Is this an efficient, clean way to deal with inventory management? No. No. Not even a little bit. But that's so stupid. So what am I doing? What am I solving? I'm getting rid of my excess redstone. I'm getting rid of my excess lapis. And what I'm hopefully doing is that allows me to open up for more iron, gold, and diamond, and emerald, and stuff. That's the desire. That was the end goal I was hoping for. Now we have a way to deal with trash. It's a poor way to deal with it, but it'll do. It'll do. Okay, let's get a little cleaned up here. I would like to discover a new mod today if we can. That's not the end of my items, is it? These mineral chunks can just go away. Mineral berries I need for food. This redstone can go away. Let's sort that container. Item thingies I don't need. I'm good on torches, cobblestone, dirt, netherrack. That all just gets auto-sorted. Amazing. Diorite. Oh, we could go on a really good obsidian run if I wanted. What else do I want to do? Oh, we could work on RF. No, what's it called? Refined storage. Little sorting here. Do I need to eat? Let's take a quick snoozeroo. I don't need fish stew. I've already eaten. Oh, I kind of assumed I get a little carried away. I always figure it's just time to go to sleep. I wouldn't mind 2 stacks of cobblestone. I do have a furnace set up over here. How are we looking? Here, if you can knock that out. It's very obvious that this left guy's getting all the work. Which is fine. It's going to keep going for a while. Cool. We have all of our items smelted. Lead, aluminum, zinc, tin, osmium. We do have some plastic. Do we set up plastic? Hello, Shotgun. Pleasure to see you, sir. I can see my messages on screen. Well, good. That means it's working, right? Now I gotta check. Yes, that is a thing. Very good. The world interface was another thing that I wanted to work on to automate rubber. Or plastic. Plastic. Because what has to happen is the trees, the logs themselves need to be auto-planted. I'm just gonna knock this out real quick. Now that we have interfaces, I could auto-harvest this way. There are other mods that probably do the job significantly better, which I would rather lean towards. But for now, it's like Quithmith. Oh, let's, what else we got in here? No sort slot settings. That's really hard to say. Slot memory. Item display settings. Whatever. Good enough. Honestly, oh, nope. Thanks. Honestly, I wouldn't mind doing some plastic automation. The reason why I've been hesitant about it is because it kind of feels like a short-lived thing. I'm already pretty happy with the plastic I have, but I'm very confident I'm going to come across something that's going to be like, oh man, wish I automated me up some plastic. The longevity of that, I'm not sure about. Licensed Biker, welcome to the stream, my good man. Pleasure to see you. Pleasure to see everybody. So many beautiful people in the world. Just end of statement. Just, it's always nice to see folks. Silly side tangent story. There's been a person, like, ever since, like, high school I've been friends with, but really at odds with. And with all the things that the world is going through, it was really, really weird conversation I had with them, because I kind of reconnected with them. And I was like, I still remember why I don't like you. I really do. I'm just really happy you're alive, though. Like, that's kind of how the conversation went. And it was kind of surreal because they said the same thing back at me. And they're like, yeah, I really didn't like you having a face either. But it's nice to see you're okay. Ah, it was a genuine, weird connection moment. I still don't know how I feel about it. I still have no idea whether or not that was a good conversation or not. But the world is weird. The world is strange. That's all I've got to say about that. We're going to automate plastic pretty quick. Oh, I guess to finish off the story, I'm just happy to see people. End of line? Just end of line, I guess. I'll never need these Sterling Dynamos again. Weird because as you get older, you tend to want to reconnect with the people if you don't like them. Yeah. The bullcrap kind of fades away, right? Like, that's kind of the mantra, right? It's like, you know, time heals all wounds is something I've heard before, but it's kind of true in some circumstances, because now it's like, yeah, you know, we're adults now, and still don't like your face, but it's good to see you're okay. What else am I missing? I'll need more logic cables. I still want to produce a boatload of this. Yeah, whatever beef you have no longer matters exactly. Like, it's when you get to the real mantra part of it, like, it's done, it's done. Me being angry is not going to undo or change or fix it. You being counter-angry is just us burning out on angry, and it's just not going to get anything done. So, let's just skip to the part where we're friends. And then just move on. Like, we're not buddy-buddy anymore. Like, even to, like, now. It's not like I'm going to call him up and be like, hey, how's it going? But still. Nice to get past some of the angst. I am making all the data cables because I freaking refuse to make any more. I also need a stack of chests because that's been my tradition so far. This is 2 stacks of cables. This is nil plow worth of cables. You aren't getting coffee anytime soon, but you hate each other's faces a little less. That's effectively it. The battlements have been worn down to a point that the troops are exhausted. We require no more need for territory trade-offs. It's just, hey, you want to save your bullets and I'll save mine too by us not shooting at each other? Amazing. Amazing. Anyway, humans are great, weird creatures. I thought I had something else to say after that. I guess not. Yeah, humans are just great, little, weird creatures. A little more of this. Okay. That is plenty of data cable. I'm low on crystallized mineral. I can actually bang out a bunch of these blocks into the crystallized bits. Yeah. Boom. Bonza. We're done. Here's that. Here's that. I wouldn't mind a dump bin over here, or maybe, like, under. That would be a cool thing, like, this is spaced pretty perfectly for it. So I've got, like, rolling garbage. Does that make sense? Like, it sounds... So not maybe even garbage, but, like, here's things I don't want to deal with anymore. Boop. And then it just auto-sorts or throws it away or whatever. Maybe that'd be a fun little mini project. Let's do that. Let's do that. Okay. I need the cable I just put away. Amazing. What do I need to get this into the system? An item importer for import all items. That works for me. So this will be quick. I lied. We're not starting with another mod pack right now. I want to do this really quick. It'll bring me very much peace. I wish we had a storage option that wasn't a chest. What the heck am I doing? I didn't need that many hoppers, but that's okay. Hoppers are weird. Like, yeah, hoppers are fine. But here's what I'm thinking. Also, welcome, Nuckno. I'm going to put this here. And then what I'm going to do, the plan ultimately is to have a storage I could just dump stuff in. You know what, that actually kind of looks good, like a drain. But my idea ultimately was to just hook a chest right there, and it's like, squirrel noises, squirrel noises, squirrel noises, ba 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 ba. Oh man, I have so much crap. Dump. You know what? You know what, kiddo? I like your style. We're gonna try with the hopper. We're gonna give it a try. Maybe that's the new hotness. I don't know. So we're gonna feed our way down to here. Actually, can I open a chest under a hopper? Above a hopper, sure. Oh, okay. I don't want to go too ham on having a bunch of... Hello. Oh, Berber. Hello, Berber. 22 copper, my word. I don't even have like a looting pickaxe or whatever it's called. Fortune? I want to say fortune. Or luck? Fortune. Let's stick with fortune. Okay, so I got these hoppers. The bigger question I have is, does this connect? It doesn't. I need an item importer. Really like this. Are you playing solo right now? For this session, I am. But we started up a new group on the Discord server called the Megacycle Crafters. And I got 4 other members. Actually, I'll have a better announcement next session. But right now, as it stands, I have 4 members. And we started up a mod pack that we found. Shout out to AshleyK and PaladinShotgun for doing a ton of testing on it. By the way, this thing is ridiculously big. So we did a ton of testing on it, and we were going to try to be like a Minecraft guild is the phrase I've been using. So it's like we're playing the game, we each have our own bases, we can prank each other, we could do a ton of stuff, but right now this session I'm looking like I'm the only guy on the server. Yeah, I'm the only guy on the server, which is fine. This kind of lets me clear my head, a little bit of chill tunage, right? A little bit of music going on. I get to work on some projects, and it's just kind of chill. So it's kind of nice because sometimes I'll have a lot of people with me. We'll be talking about all kinds of stuff. I think our last session was 4.5 hours long, and I was just talking to Ashley about every friggin' thing. We had PaladinShotgun, we had PyroMusically, we had like the whole... We had most of the crew here, so it was really fun to do some gaming and stuff like that. No, I want to talk... Oh, wait. Right. There. Oh! What? I didn't know I could go prone. I didn't know this was Call of Duty. Oh, okay. Can I do that? Oh my god. That's very disorienting. Can I just... You can't force go prone? It just... Hey, you know that place where your head ought to be? Well, it ain't there no more. How... Day 37. The war is relentless. I miss my wife and kids. And my dog I don't have. Oh, I miss tacos too. Oh my... Honey? I'm stuck at the wall again. I look like a squid, but I'm swimming in concrete. Watch out, jerks. Your ankles are in danger. Oh my god, that's terrifying. I'm doing that again. I'm doing that again. Okay, I'm gonna mine this with mineral berries, because I can. Man, I gotta knock out this cabling. How you gonna do it? Oh, I got some blueberries on me. Yep, perfect. Okay. Normal. Normal field of vision. Close field of vision. You are my coffee now. You are where I put coffee in my face. Oh my, I do look like a fish. I look like a long, fat, well-suited fish. Like a well-dressed fish. Fancy tuna of sorts. Yeah, I'm swimming, look at that. What am I doing, the backstroke? This is ridiculous. Okay. 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 Shake it out. Shake it out, shake it out. Did I put the thing in there? I put the thing in there. Okay. What was I saying earlier? Yeah, humans are really weird, funny creatures. Yeah, you know who else is a weird, human, funny creature? Me, this guy. Oh, 100% non-robot in there, baby. 100%. No, complete weirdo. Yeah, I'll own that, for sure. All the way till I'm dead. Absolute weirdo. If you need any evidence on how much of a dork I am, you should go see my Dune 2 playthrough. When we talk to the characters known as the Mentats. The Mentats are supposed to be super intelligent, computer-like people. And the funny thing is, Westwood Studios, when they made the game, you can click on the Mentats' face. You can click on, like, their lip area, and you can make them go... So to save yourself space, try linking that to your original dump chest. I could, yeah. Well, it's over oh, that would be smart. Actually, the chest over there, that's a good part. I don't want to have that permanent. As a permanent dump chest. I could do that. Actually, I have a... now we're all coming up with ideas. I have a different idea. Let me know what you think of this. I thought I had more glass. I do. Maybe... So, like, you can see the walkway. But I can see the cabling, but the cabling's out of the way? Maybe like a server room, right? I'm thinking like maybe like a server room where instead of raised flooring, which is how you usually do cabling in a computer server room, now it's transparent and shiz. Transparent and shiz. That's really hard to say for no reason. You know, fanar. What'd you try to say? I tried to say croissants and it came out far fanarnar. No idea. Absolutely no idea. Welcome, Nightbot. You are a bot, but you're still welcome here. Terminator has not happened yet. Oh, we could put lights underneath. Oh, put redstone lamps and shiz. It's like RGB, but for the floor. Aha. I'm a dork. Okay. I'm just gonna do this. I really didn't want to spend a ton of time on this mod, but here we is. This looks like this. Starting server backup. I think I just need an item interface. I don't think I need an item importer. English is a hard language. We all struggle, John. I mean, just in the United States alone. I've done some traveling earlier. When I was like, yeah, 2 o'clock today I was traveling. When I was younger. And just the way people say stuff. Like, not derogatory or anything, but like the accents, dialects. I'm from Chicago, and now that I've lived in Wisconsin for so long. How you call a water fountain, or it could be called a bubbler, or it could be called a drinking fountain. Different words for the same thing. Same thing like soda. Soda could be soda, or it could be pop. Or soda pop, or like, I mean, there's just different names for stuff. English is difficult, man. Okay. RGB floors are known to increase your walking FPS by 10%. Absolutely. Also, don't drink and walk, or you'll be licking the floors because you'll think it's licorice. Spoiler alert. Not licorice. Okay, so here's the deal. We're at the farthest point of the network. This is what I want to test. I'm going to dump this copper. It should make it all the way to the furnace bins. No issue. Yep, there it is. Perfect. In addition, this will also double up as redstone dust. You know what? I didn't think I liked it before, but I like just the hoppers. The hoppers add enough of a clash. Yeah, I like it. That's dope. That's dope. So we're just going to do this a little bit here. Now, I can get a good glimpse of the network without having to gut the whole thing. That's the thing that kind of scares me. Is when I first started playing modded Minecraft, what I would do is I would make really neat, tidy little bases. I would do my best to keep it neat and trim. And this is off by a square, and this cheeses me off. Patrick, welcome, sir. Long time no see. I do my best to make these little, tight, neat bases, or whatever. And the problem is the very second I need to change literally anything, I have to gut the whole thing. It's like, oh, I gotta tear out all this wire to put down more wire. Boo. Boo. I hate it. Boo. Now, there we go. The hoppers don't, yeah, the hoppers aren't bottlenecks in the idea that, oh, that's actually a really good point. It's not using it's not using the drop speed of the hopper. It's using the pull rate of the item importer. That's a better observation. I didn't even think of that. Oh. If you hear that, it means I got the hiccups. Excuse me. Extractors. Yeah, there you go. Thingamadoos. Thingamadangs. Thangamadang. I like that. Note to self. Copyright the word thangamadang. It's not as complicated as you think. The trick with any mod pack, in my opinion, is take small steps, right? Everyone wants to be a Godzilla, you know, that's fun, right? Smash a bunch of stuff. That sounds fun, but we gotta take this in small steps. You can't Godzilla all the time. Sometimes you just gotta take it easy. So now if I ever need to pull a junction, I can. Now, this works out very well because this mod pack seems to only have quite literally a single style of cable. There are other mod packs that have other kinds of cable that facilitate more bandwidth or maybe better data pull or better power transference or something. In this mod pack, it's just cable. There's literally no other kinds of cable. So I don't have to gut this crap later to place something better, which is nice. This is it. We're already done. What's a good example? There's some that transfer RF, and it's like the very, gosh, I can't think of the name of it. Like the very bare minimum one is like 200 RF a tick. It's not bad. It's actually a fair amount of power to get the game started. But as you progress, you have more power-hungry engines, maybe engines that have a different voltage entirely, because some mod packs have different voltages and stuff for things, and maybe you need a thicker density wire, a better insulated wire, something like that. So the thing is, you'd still have to dig up a bunch of crap to redo it. So the neat thing about this is a one-and-done solution. For, oh, there are multiple kinds, but not for this mod. Not for this mod, there isn't. There's just logic cables. You're absolutely right. There are different kinds of cables, but they're in different mod packs. So for this mod pack, I should have made that more clear. For this mod pack, I don't have to tear everything up. I don't think. All right. Aside from the entrance into the base, which I still want to gut anyway, this looks pretty dope. Let's go ahead and continue this just a little more. Then ultimately, I'd like to start pushing all of the... Oh, Logic. Okay, you got me on that. You got me on... Yeah. What's this run on? Magic. I'm sorry, what? What's the deal? Do you have a stutter? Nope, that's how it's pronounced. Magic. I was wondering where you were going with that. I'm like, I don't think I'm that. Was that? That looks like that. That can look like that. Okay. I'm kind of feeling storage is kind of... Yeah, I'd like to take this. Put this underground as well. Let's do it right now. I don't know what I'm waiting for. Let's do it right now. Do I have any more cables? I don't. I need more logic. Logic cables. Oop. Yep. Okay. I honestly don't know what's going on. I just like enjoying the show. You know what? Same. I also don't know what's going on. Spoiler alert. Same. This needs this guy. Okay, that looks so much more professional. Get out of here. None of my machines are gonna work for a hot minute. Get out. Get out. Get out. Get out. Get out. Where do you go? Where is this going? Nowhere. Bah. Cool. This is short one square, but it should come through here. Right. Okay. Let's fix this. This isn't permanent storage. I don't want this stuff here forever and ever, amen, but... Ouch. It didn't... Why did I say ouch? It didn't even hurt. You ever do that as a human? You, like, bang your hand on something, and you instinctively, you know, like humans do, react, ouch! Say it loud, say it proud, ouch. Scared, ouch. And then you realize, like, a second later, it's like, that didn't even... I don't know what I hit, but it didn't even hurt. Nothing. I'm not in pain. Don't take me to the doctor. Nothing's wrong. I'm just Just silly. Okay, that looks a lot better. This nonsense? Pfft, heck yeah. Heck yeah, we're gonna clean this up. Okay, I like this look and feel a lot better. So because this is connected, that's all connected. Let's get this out of here. Hello? Okay. Excellent sauce. I was hoping to be well into another mod pack by now, or mod by now, but let's take a gander how this looks. Is it F1? Yeah. That looks good. I really like that. Is it the fanciest build I've ever done? No, not at all. But I like it. It's very functional. It's very functional. When I started off this series, we did introductions of everybody, and I was like, how do you like to play? Do you like to play super fancy? Do you like to play like functional? Like how do you play? As we were talking, some people are more advanced builders. That's completely fine. I'm a very Factorio. Just get the thing working first, and then we'll talk about that. Okay, this chorus flower doesn't craft into anything. Right, that's how we can reverse engineer. And then this crafts into other crap. Oh, a garden cloche. Cloche? Cloche. Yeah, that would be dope. That's how we should take care of all of our crops. Oh no, this is day 392 or something. Server room day 1 is wires everywhere. Oh, let's use our new storage. Hey, guess what? Boop. Boop. Brilliant. Oh, that's a stack. That's a stack a second, darn near. Kayak. Kayak. Oh, I was gonna do plastic. Right. Okay. Damn my ADD. Just It's no different for my brain. For my brain, I'm in one of two camps. I'm either very focused laser precision. Precision. Whatever. That word. Or what does this button do? What does this button do? What does this button do? Oh my god, there's more buttons. Like, just... We're never getting out of here alive. We're never gonna get out of here alive. I'm just gonna be so distracted. But that's okay. It's been a very very rough and long day. So honestly, any day I can come out of it alive and be like, you know what? I could do some gaming. And I'm able to do that gaming? Oh, it's a good day. Chin up. It's a good day. Alright, here's where I want to set up our plastic dealy-dealy. I think I have enough materials to do another world placer. So this is kind of what I was waiting for before we thoroughly automate much else. Are you lapis? Nope. Not even gonna bother with it. Okay. None of this has to be fancy. Let's go get 2 buckets of water. Chorus flowers do not grow if planted 1 block below the surface of the ground. I'm just gonna say yes. We're going to cram them in plant incubators, and that should speed things up nicely. Yeah, English is hard. Like, I had to read your statement like 2 times to make sure I wasn't going crazy. Let's pop that. Is this appetite? It sure is. Oh. This music got loud. There we go, that's a little bit better. I really like the tunes that they've got, but some songs, there's just 1 or 2 bangers that are just a little loud. Just gotta tweak the audio just a little bit. We'll turn it right back up. Oop. I want that. Thank you. I haven't gotten a handle of the... Gosh, what's it called? The, I'll get there. Hang on. The horse is gonna cross the finish line. Hang on. Chisel. Chisel. That's the name of it. What chisel allows you to do is it allows you to take a block that's fairly boring like cobblestone. And what you do is you put it in like a chisel grid, and then it gives you like 20 different items that kick out that you can use. The thing of it is it's still cobblestone for all intents and purposes. Moving speed, battle, duration, damage, blah, blah, blah. Like all the stuff, whatever. But it looks way better. Okay, you at a minimum need power. No, don't, for the love of all that's holy, please don't process my fluid extractors. Okay, now. Fluid empty. Show working area. Oh, that's dope. Ah! What the? That was interesting. My mouse just went up for no reason, so I was like this reading it, and then I was looking like this. It scared the crap out of me. Ah, okay. Good show, old bean. Good show. You've bested me once again, or something. I don't know. I don't know, man. Oh, let's take a snooze. I don't F around at night. No, ma'am, no, sir. I really hope this doesn't accidentally mine my airplane. Yum, yum, yum. I should get a chest of lumber, but I'd like to automate lumber eventually. It's really not as big of a concern as automating iron was. Automating iron was like the big to-do. Oh my gosh. Right. So, about backpacks, right? Remember, was it last episode or whatever? Maybe the one before that, I was like, I love backpacks. They're just, as a statement, backpacks, love them. I can go for a good backpack. That'll get me in a good mood, good cup of coffee, maybe a submarine sandwich, and a nice backpack. There you go. But the thing about this game is I sometimes forget it's there, and now that I have the auto pick up module to it, the thing is I forget what's in here. So all the apatite and cobblestone I picked up is just in the backpack, automagic style. I think we're past that song. Let's see if we can get that. That seems about right for volume. Let's roll that. Let's roll that for a bit. Okay. I have that for days. It's so weird not seeing all the blue pylons everywhere. Okay. I don't need any of this. And it's gone. And the dirt is gone. I don't need any of this. Raw lead, apatite, I don't think I have a storage for anywhere. Soapstone can go away. The end stone and the coarse root, I'm still working on. Raw soulstone, nope. Nickel. Nickel, nickel, nickel. I forgot to do something about nickel. Oh yeah, the helium flamingo. I'll have to mess with that later. Okay, here's this. I actually want this to be connected to the network. Somewhere. I'll take the chest, thanks. That's just a little too loud for my taste. Sorry I'm doing a lot of tweaking. What I was going to do is I was going to download, like, 24 songs or something that are absolutely 100% royalty free. Maybe 20 songs, 10, 20 songs, and then master them out so the audio was normalized, it's called. That'll do. We'll leave it at that. I don't want to futz with that for too long. Then I never have to mess with the audio again. So right now I'm just kind of fine-tuning, messing with it a little bit. I guess that's kind of how I feel about it, and it doesn't really much matter. They're okay. Audio settings are good. Almost sounds like I should start like a episode of NPR or something. Thank you for joining us. JohnMegacycle here with NPR, National Public Radio. 2 hours of Lo-Fi Girl coming at you. The local college is also looking for fundraisers. Trying to see if they can get that stadium resurfaced. Been a real turbulent time for the Fighting Seahawks. Go Seahawks! Hope prom is good with that finished floor, and you can donate to the Seahawks. Local college team. I don't know. I don't sports at all, so I don't know if any of this makes any sense. We'll do the Factorio thing like I said. We're just going to connect it all and test it, see if it works. Now, what I need are 2 world exporters. Interdimensional? Integrated. Okay. That's like the 50th time I've done interdimensional or intergalactic because I've been listening to Beastie Boys a lot lately. Spoiler alert or something about me. Hey, I like the Beastie Boys. There you go. So weird. I do have a voice for radio. Oh, thank you, sir. Appreciate that. I need 2 item exporters. I think I got some up in here. Fluid item. I think I need an output variable transformer. Oh, here we go. 2 item exporters. And what was this recipe again? Because my memory is so short term, I already forgot about it. World block exporter. I already have the logic directors. I need 2 diamond pickaxes. Logic director should be nope. Where did I put those? Ah. I'm a genius. So much diamond. This is bordering on gluttonous at this point. Dionysus would be thrilled. So now, instead of going back and finding whatever bin, just romp, right? Brilliant. Bop, bop, bop. World block exporter. Place blocks into the world. I need 2 of these bad boys. World advanced block, world exporting. Nice. Real nice. Nice. And I want 1 to look like that, and 1 to look like that. We're gonna have to go and get... yeah, we're gonna have to go and get some lumber and some filters. I'm out of the variable filter jobs. Variable cards, right. Yep, I was close. I need paper. Huh? Oh, I have a bunch of sugar here, do I not? I do. Green shower heads. You know, you're not wrong. That's gross, but you're not wrong. Maybe that's how plants take a bath. I don't know. I don't know, man. Okay, I need this. I need that. Boom. Oh, crap. Alright. Mistakes were made. I held shift. Dr. Thrax is happy. You could not be more correct. Dr. Thrax kind of reminds me, the way he talks and stuff, he's like the last kid picked at the playground to play kickball with or something. Like, okay, so the stealth general is actually Prince Kassad, I think is his name, right? Like, he comes from royalty, he's coming with the objectives, he wants to change the world for the better for his people, right? Cool, makes sense. Demolition General was like his second in command or something? Like, very well-respected dude wants to also make a better change for his people. Dr. Thrax, though, seems absolutely pants-on-head crazy. Like, just... It's just like, you know, just like he's, I don't know, just like the way he talks and the way he acts during the missions and during the General's Challenge. It's like, what was my favorite thing he says is like, come for the battle, stay because you're dead. Haha, haha. Like, just like, holy crap, this guy's nuts. Okay. Place item block. Is it place block? No. The aspect expects block, but item was given. Okay, I get what the problem is. I need to program it as block, not as item. There's a distinction between those two. Yeah, block. Here we go. So, boop, boop, boop. Thank you kindly. Thank you kindly. Oh, I don't doubt he's happy. Like, crazy is some kind of happy, right? Target side up, that's correct. Is it because this is in the way? No? Ruled block exporter. I think I'm saying the language correctly. Maybe it needs another... Hold on. Does it need more space? Do I have my bucket? Up, up. That does not appear to be the issue. Interesting. Place all item block. Place item block. It freaks out because it wants an item. Blocks. Place block. Place blocks. Place block. Place blocks predicate. Goof. Yeah, I don't care about that. Blacklist. Right hand. Ignore replaceable. Cause block update. I don't care about those disclaimers. Oak log. Oak log. Okay, let's double check and make sure it's in the system. You don't have a filter, do you? No, import all, oak log. Here or copy in a crafting grid. Yep, thank you. That's very helpful. Thank you very much. Place the block in the world. Place the item block in the world. I'm not really too sure if I know what the difference between those two things are. Place the block. Okay, this isn't a list. Red is for lists. Type block. Interesting. While that's happening, let's get 3 energy exporters and let's keep this going a bit. Fluid energy. These are energy exporters, correct? Right. Been playing BioShock again too, that's why I keep saying thank you kindly. Not hovering with a tank. See, this is something I wanted to figure out. Water, latex. Oh, okay. Enabled. Push. Pull. Wait a minute. Wait. How's the item supposed to get out of here? Okay. I wonder why it's not pulling water. Oh, wait. There we go. Nice. Ladies and gentlemen, that is plastic. Nice. Rubber? Wait. Rubber. Hold on. Okay, so rubber makes... Okay, this is why I'm so confused. They're plastic sheets made from rubber? I guess? If you dry it enough? I don't care. It's fine. Okay, so the process works. This is fine. This is going to have to be assembled and then kicked out into something else because these tiny little rubber balls don't do anything. What I need to do with them is I need to form them up and then I can process them later, which is fine. What I'd like to do is get this world exporter thing working, but I just want to make sure the theory worked with everything all tight in there. This has gotta change. Gotta change, mate. Type block. Is there a different kind of block I should be using? Integer, and if not, greater than equal to, length, contains, regex. This is all super good stuff, but I need like 10% of this to be happy. Block. Block? Item. Okay. Let's try item again. Maybe it is item? I don't have the foggiest on how this is supposed to work. And I still have you as type block. Your type item. You're happy with that. World item exporter. World block exporter. Hold up. Let's try something here. Wow. What did I just break? Nothing. Okay. That's a good way to sum up most of my life. Wait, what did I just break? What happened? I'll take that. Oak log item. It does not like that at all. Oh, because it's an entity. Okay. Entities are handled different than blocks, so that's where the distinction... So I'm very confident this is the right item. Wow. What I want to see is... Oh, this won't kick out anything because it's not going to the chest. Alright. I was getting kind of gutsy. I'm like, how... Okay, place all item entities. Cool. That's fine. Back to you, my dude. Where did your thing go? I swear, these variable cards have like a limited use or something? Or they just jettison themselves into the nether? Or they banish themselves to the shadow realm? I don't know what happens. Alright, well, I'm willing to fart around with this for about another 2 minutes. And then I'd like to get on with other stuff. I want to get into... Wait. Yeah. Let's just chuck a bunch of wood in here. Quoi? How the heck did that happen? What the heck? Alright, I screwed something up. That much is clear. Have this lumber from me to you. Something is screwed up, and I'm not too entirely sure what. But I bet if I come over here and grab this... Yep, this is all the stuff I just put away. Oh, I know. Yeah, hi. That goes away immediately. Okay, thanks. It's just cycling into itself. Oh, that's why I suggested linking to the original dump chest. You know what? You're not wrong. You are not wrong. Now, the problem is, the dump chest is kind of a one-way dealy-dealy. Currently. Give me all that, please. Thanks. Okay, a little bit of damage control will be okay. We got smooth tunes. What's not to like? Okay, that's all feeding into the system. How? From up there. This... Okay. I'm with it now. Should that even be plugged in? I think absolutely not. Well, the thing is, the plugin I was using was bad. The plug I gave it was an almost universal dump code or something. I'm not really too sure how to explain it, but I got it now. I'm all caught up. What are these again? Augment Arrow Pierce. Augment spells when used with an enchanter's bow. Pierce ×2. Well, that's neat. I'm looking forward into armaments and such. Guns and things. Especially from immersive Did that just force rotate the chest? What the F? Oh, now everything's fine? Okay. Hey, magical device wrench. How about don't do that again? That... Okay, this goes in here. We don't talk about that anymore. It's like the 5th or 6th time this session alone I've been like, well, that's a new thing I didn't really know too much about. Now I know too much about. Welcome to that being a thing. Okay, we're almost done. Yeah, that was interesting. Mechanism. Okay, all the raw stuff is out of here. We'll deal with that plug later. You're right. I should have fed it up here, and we'll just fix that now. Honey bottle, fish stew, don't care. There, I got the cabling. Let's just fix that right now. Do I have any more glass? And I have the stone. Cool. You know what? I would like this to be connected, but not via that anymore. I don't have any stone? Oh, I guess I don't. Glass shards. Quark. Okay. Well, this can be a little fancy for now. Uh-huh. Cool. That doesn't change anything, and I can get rid of this. I can start cleaning up more of these ugly connections. That's how I should have hooked it up. That's 100% how that should have been done. Yeah, you can move. Can I tuck you in? Can I? No? Okay. Where'd he go? How about... You know what? I'll put him right here. So when someone comes down the stairs, if they're like, oh, time to check out John's base, see how John's base is going. Hubba gubba gubba gubba, turn around. Oh my god, there's a thing here. I entertain myself far too often. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but I'm a silly Billy. That's faux show. That's faux show. Okay, I don't need the glass. I don't need the homing missile, micro missile, whatever. That's all good. That's all fine. Okay. And pop. Do this again. Oh, we get to do the fish thing. Hold on. Did somebody order some... Oh, wait. No, hold on. Oh my god. I have to change my eyes. They're not green. did somebody order fish? Da 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 da. Yo, bro, do you even lift? No, but I swim laps. What, like swimming? That's dumb. No, you didn't let me finish, bro. Concrete laps. I do concrete, do stone sit-ups every third Sunday. Yeah. I know how weights work. Oh, the heavy things? Yeah. And I'm out of cable, believe that. But I also have a ton of this. Too many micro cards. I needed like 2 stacks, not all of it. Okay, so what we need for these are 2 item interfaces, right? Because I want stuff to go into these bins. And I hope it won't backfill to this, right? Okay, so logic detector or whatever. Oh, I didn't put a thing in them. Hold on. Oh, I don't have to? Priority ticks interface. Maybe I need item exporters. Let's give that a try. Yes, I think that's correct. Holy crap, I got it right. Integrate. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay, I need item exporter. Huh. I wonder why that's not really working now. This should be severed then. No abstract swim, only concrete. Exactly. Exporting all the items into these chests. Oh, the chest's full. Oh. This also sucked up all the metals that aren't sorted yet, which is probably fine. Sort no, sort. And sort. So I bet you any money if it comes here, it disappears. Nope. I lost that bet. Oh, because it's not connected. Okay, well. We'll just put this piece back. Cool, cool. Now it disappeared. So it was what, 23? Oh no, wait, I think I might have taken the item out. I have all this. Oh, because I removed the cable that was there. Oh my god, this is getting too complicated. I just want to move forward with immersive engineering. Oh, I've overcomplicated everything. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? Chests aren't full. This guy isn't. Actually, you know what? I wonder if it's trying to talk to the chest on the left side, and it's not. So maybe just as an experiment. Did that work? Nope. Oh, because this one is full. Yup. Okay. That's the issue. Ugh, I don't like it when a mod pack does that. So what it feels like it's looking at is it's interfacing with only half of the chest. Which is fine. So we had the configuration correct before. That's the correct interface. That's the correct way to do it. But I'm not going to sweat too much over it. I'll just have to rethink a couple of the plans. Turn all these item interfaces into blanks. And then I'd like to get into immersive engineering. Thank you, Nightbot. And then the rest of this is smooth stone, which we'll replace later, but that works for now. Okay, now the chests are full. See, now this is taking raw iron. Which is strange, because I have raw iron specified here. Oh, I know how to fix this. Yeah, I didn't think I saved it. Bop, bop, bop. Now, this has a higher priority. It should have sifted all the iron out of here. Just to be clear. Okay, so it's bouncing storage around a bit, which is weird. This priority should be very low. That doesn't matter. Yeah, because I have this hooked up a couple of ways, this isn't super great. So we're just gonna pop that again. Now the iron should be sifted out? Yeah. Okay. Cool. Have disgusting steak and that. And you can have this, which I don't need right now. And that, and that, and that. Now, if I give you this... Cool. Okay. It's all peachy again. Everything's fine. Everything is awesome. These block breakers should still be absolutely thoroughly empty. I checked one and it is. Okay, so we'll just have to come back once in a while just to get that going on. So I'll keep some lumber on me because we're going to be bouncing around quite a bit. I also need my mineral berries. Where'd you go? Oh, I know where you go. Boop. I don't need that. I'm sure I'll need glass for the cloches. Cloche? I think it's pronounced cloche. It's definitely a British word. I was talking to, what does he go by now? Crab Lord? I think he verified it's cloche for me. How much dry rubber we got? Nice! Okay. Cool, so I'll just take this. And the way this is gonna work... Nope, get out of there. The way this is gonna work is... 3x3. And we get these dry rubber bits. And dry rubber gets cooked. And then dry rubber turns into plastic. Through the power of science and probably some sort of high-level witchcraft. So that should get dumped in here, and it should go nowhere, because I don't have anywhere for it to go. Which is perfect. Now, what do I need for immersive engineering? Oop. A cloche. Glass, cool. Vacuum tube, cool. Iron mechanical component, cool. Treated wood planks. Aw, nuts. Nut bunnies. Right, this is gonna take some work. I need... not a bottling machine. I need creosote. Creosote comes from... I forgot. Cool. Treated wood planks turn into treated wood planks. That's dope. Okay. There is an engineering book, I think, that tells me how to make creosote specifically. Oh, also, here's the gun turrets I really, really like. Good accuracy, fair amount of damage, a little bit of knockback, if I recall correctly. The knockback is worth its weight in gold, in my opinion. Yeah, this has conveyor belts. This has a ton of really good functional stuff. What is this? Stunned. Oh, ailments? Oh, neat. Creosote. Ah, okay, I need a coke oven. Wood and charcoal makes creosote. Treated wood planks turned into treated-er wood planks. I call them treated plus plus for that extra style. Yes, this just buckets it. I don't care. Item draining. It's from Create. I don't care. Okay, I need to make a coke oven. I forgot how to make a coke oven. I might have to look that up. Coke brick. Okay. Seems straightforward to that. Could have sworn there was a book. Tome. A scroll? Parchment? Nope. Pamphlet? No. Tablet of stone workery? No. Okay, doesn't matter. Let's get cracking. Coke. I need me coke. Cokey doke doke. Brick, clay, sandstone. I have all that stuff. This works out pretty well. Clay, brick. I think I've got sandstone in a box, but I want to make sure I've got all the clay and crap on me. With all this stuff that we've got, all the mods, harvesting clay is trivial, which is beautiful. Hi. Oh, I've got so much sandstone. Standstone. It's stone you can stand on. Yup. Yup. Standstone. Johnny needs a break. Please take half of that. Please take half of that. I'm even polite with my machines. What does that tell you about me? Okay. This needs to be a structure of sorts. So, bop. I don't want to do the, mining. The vein mining. We got here iron, osmium, uranium, lapis, which I'm mining very hesitantly. I'm hesitating, whatever. Okay, we want to cut right here. Oh, is that osmium? We'll find out in a second. Stay tuned. You get that guy? Yeah, look at you. So proud. Give me all that. Oop. I'm just gonna go, you know what, nuts to this. I'm just gonna go get more cobblestone. Are you cobblestone? You're gravel. You're cobblestone. How much, hold on. 3 double wides, 4 double wides, 5 double wides, 6 double wides. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. Same dealy. But we're gonna do for cobblestone. I don't need that much cobblestone. On hand at all times, no thanks. You're all entities. Your redstone dust, lapis, and cobblestone. So let's go get that. Do you have stuff already? Yep, you do. Just need to find one of you that has redstone, then my plan is complete. Thank you. I could have gone to the chests, but boo. I don't wanna. List. Yep. That guy. Music kind of has like a Sade feel to it, doesn't it? Yeah. Thank you. Now this will automatically get rid of excess cobblestone as well. There's quite literally no need for me to have that much cobblestone on hand. Filter all items. Filter items. Baller. Perfect. Oh, oh. It's all peppy and stuff when I give it stuff to do. You can have that, and that, and that. That'll do, pig. That'll do. Or if you're more of a Shrek person, that'll do, donkey. That'll do. I don't do a good Shrek, so... Oh my lord, that's a lot of soapstone. I like the look of it. It's weird, it's dark, it's mysterious. It's, That's all I had, I think. I thought I had more adjectives. That was it. Okay, is that enough room? Probably. I should have more bricks by now. Nice, full stack. I don't know how much coke I need. Let's see, if it's a 3x3, and it goes 3 high, that's 27, if I did the math right. There's 27 right there. Let's see how far we can get with this. I want this a little bit farther away. This is literally just for creosote. Do I not have the... Oh, I'll have to do it this way. Creosote oil. No, I don't... Right. No, I just want the liquid creosote. That. Right, how do I make... Thank you. A pyrolyzer? Makes creosote? What the heck? What happened to the recipe for the thing I need? Okay, let's do it this way. There we go. Okay, coke oven. Okay, does the coke oven do anything else other than make creosote? No. It doesn't. Not from what I can tell. And it sounds... Fluid encapsulator. Yeah, this is the only way to make the creosote. Okay. Just want to make sure I wasn't going crazy. Let's start something like this. The way in which a Tinker's smeltery works is you can go as, I think, like as big as a 5x5. But you can also go as like high as you want or something. You can make a Tinker's smeltery pretty freaking deep. If you wanted. This, I think, is just going to be a simple, straight up 3x3, or some variant of it. Oh, I remember. I need a hammer. Building the structure is not enough. You need to whack this thing, and then it just pops to life. It's almost terrifying. Engineer's hammer. Iron, string, maple stick. Okay. String is upstairs with all the other bric-a-brac. I don't need any of this anymore. Maybe. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Yeah. Upstairs is where I've got all my hemp. Yeah, this is almost why I'm not bothering to automate tree production or lumber production, because it's so plentiful so quickly. And if I'm downstairs in the factory for 2, 3, 4, 5 Minecraft days, and I'm not really paying attention, kind of who cares? Right? Because there's just so much of this stuff ready to party whenever I'm ready for it. Yeah, you know what? Let's do it. I've got backpacks and I've got an axe. Let's do it. This is also kind of half the reason why I jump into Tinkers so quickly. Because of using the fell axe, or whatever it's called, and the mining hammer and stuff. But since this mod pack comes with all that crap by default, it's just been such a treat to gather resources, get them into wherever you need them, because I don't have to automate the front end as quickly. Pop, pop. Alright, runway is clear. Use hemp to harvest more hemp. We'll also get more industrial products into the cloches as well. The industrial hemp being an obvious... I can't hit that. Okay, hold on. The hemp being an absolute strong contender for automation. Was it 3 mod packs ago or something? I tried to use immersive engineering just completely. And the beginning part is an absolute slog, considering how many materials you need to get treated wood, and then how often treated wood is used in stuff, and then also how often the hemp is used. Ouch. Doesn't make it a bad mod. It's just like, if you don't go in with the right mindset, this could be like a massive pain in the rhombus. Rhombus? Rumpus. Yeah, I don't have a rumpus room. I have a rhombus room? Because I'm fly like that. What? Note to self, look up what the F a rumpus room is. You know what? Hold on. I'm going to look that up right now in case it's something really bad. I don't know how to spell rumpus. R-H-U-M-P-U-S? Rumpus. Basement of the home, usually used for games, parties, recreations. Example of the rumpus room. One with a large TV and a comfy couch. Okay, a rumpus room. Alright. Look at that. Me learning new stuff. Look at me doing the learning the new things. Okay. I need 2 pieces of that. Flim flam. Now I'm curious. Now I want to see if I can make a rhombus room. How? There. Thank you. Cripes. JohnMegacycle made the achievement. Hammer! You have to say it like that. It's in caps and there's exclamation points. Craft Ninja's hammer. Okay, I could have figured that out. Whack. Oh. Right, so I built it shorter because I thought this would be easier to interface with. Alright. Is it just wood and that's it? Do I need charcoal? Oh gosh, if this is gonna take a while, I might actually hook up 2 furnaces stack. If this gets me like literally a quarter bucket of creosote. Yeah, it's been a while since I played this mod. Okay, how do we make it better? I just put wood in there and it's happening. Oh, do I get charcoal as a byproduct? That's right. Okay, coal, coke. Oh, we're gonna do coal. Nuts to all this. Nuts to all this everything. Nuts to everything. I have so much coal. Double chest. Regular chest. Yeah. Okay. Boop. That gets me what again? Half a thing, but coke. Coke is used for steel? Coke, coal, I don't care. Multi-servo press. No. What do I do with it? Block of coal coke. Well, imagine that. Okay, it can be used as fuel, which I don't need. Can be crushed into coke dust, which I don't need. A rice cooker? Oh, because fuel. Okay. Multi-servo press, coal coke. Sterling dynamo is fuel. Furnace mycelial generator, I don't care. Uncrafting, automated packing, okay. Coke doesn't turn into torches. I guess the statement is, I have so much of this stuff anyhow, I might as well just use it like that. We're definitely making another one. This is inexcusable. It's totally excusable, I'm just impatient AF. I would like this. I would very much like to get industrial hemp fiber into the system. Filter... Bang-a-lang, kabang-bang. There you are. I knew it was. I just had to call you by your full name. Fling, flang, kadang-a-lang, bang-bang, or whatever I said before. Ah, yes, the ancient texts speak of the ancient words. Okay, I don't want a ton of coal. I don't need that much coal. Do I have it hooked all the way up for coal? I do. Yoink. Yoink. Item. Nope. That's not the right thing. That's the right thing. Okay, give me that. And then as a test... Burp. Always good to test. This is all going to come to a head that we're going to have either so much stuff, or we're just going to crave more compactness, and we'll rework this all later. But that looks pretty good, and once we get the cloches going on, I'll be very happy that that's set up. How are we doing on lumber here, boys? Keep that going. How much stuff we got? Oh, man. That caught me completely off guard. Yeah, eat up. Yeah, we're doing another one. That, clay... Cool. 27 is still the right answer. I don't remember how it worked. $27. $27-ish. One on top of another? I guess I don't see why not. I really hope this doesn't screw something up, but I'm willing to try. If anyone wants to do a countdown when the server crashes, because I tried something new, like using Discord comments in the chat, magic. Yeah. Pop, pop. And the whack. Cool. Whoop. Whoa, but this is less. This me being down here is less cool. Less the chill that I was seeking. Okay, how you do? I'll be right back. Doesn't really matter where I take it from. Have at. Now, I don't know how to interface with this directly. Ideally, we would pull the creosote liquid out, and it'll come out as a liquid. And then we'll... Oh, can I do this? Cool, now I'll remember what it's for. Oh, I can't put it back? Boo. That's fine. I'm mostly going to throw the coke away unless I need it for steel or something, because I can't remember. What I'd like to do is I'd like to auto-feed the items in and pull items out. I think I remember that this can't be really automated, though. But heck, if I put a full stack of coal in there, and coal is free, it's not really that big of a deal, right? See, that's doing that. I don't have a place for clay yet. Or bricks. Okay, so that gets our creosote going. We'll let that sit for a while, because that's something that just needs to cook. Put it on the back burner, put it on low, let that stuff just simmer. Oh, I forgot about Tesla coils. Floodlight? Okay, that's dope. Charging station, fluid pipe, powered lantern, thermoelectric generator. I don't need any of the energy stuff because of how much lapis we're cranking out. But this mod pack's absolutely beautiful for that. Oh, I need treated stuff for the engineer's workbench, because the engineer's workbench is what's going to get me these steel mechanical conduits. Oh, I need steel plate. All right. Bullets, which I don't know if this is automatable either. This is what I need. Vacuum tubes. Copper wire, redstone dust, nickel plate. Any kind of glass. Cool. Okay, so I need nickel and I need steel. Where is the item I want? Ba, 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 da, da, ba, ba, ba. Oh, just passed it. Okay, you require... Oh no, what was the other one? This. We need steel plate. Steel plate is with steel ingot. Steel ingot is Tome of Alkahestry. That's adorable, but that should not be the first recipe you're telling me. Uncrafting, automate. Wait. No, I don't care about mechanism steel. Okay. There we go. Okay, now I got the steel ingot from the right mod. Blasting. Smelting. Grit. Arc furnace would do it. Arc furnace also comes from immersive engineering, which makes sense. I want to stay in the same mod pack as much as possible. Arc furnace. I can blast furnace it? Improve blast furnace? Okay. Alright. So the answer is either an arc furnace, which I also don't know how to build. How do we make steel grit? By crushing it. Okay, well, as cute as that sounds, that's not really what I'm aiming for. Okay, so arc furnace or blast furnace. So I'm going to guess there are blast furnace blocks. Blast brick. Magma block, brick, nether brick. Baller. I think I've got all that. Nether brick is smelted nether rack. Then brick and then magma block. Cool. Hi. Yoink. I'm gonna need more brick. How long have we been going? Oh, almost 2 hours. Wow. I kind of feel like I sat down like 45 minutes ago. But we are just cranking on this, huh? Can I turn terracotta into brick? No. It is the useless, but that's okay. Maybe we'll come to something later where we'll want it. There's more clay. While this stuff is cooking, I wouldn't mind to go get more clay. Not ultra necessary, but I wouldn't mind it. And do that. Go ahead and do that. I wonder at what point we'll just stop on the iron, too. I probably don't need 4 double wides of iron, do I? Oh, I didn't even set it up that way. Okay, good deal, good deal. Fuck, netherrack. Oh, I gotta cook the netherrack as well. Oop. Right. I have to be a lot more careful on what I keep chucking wrenches at. Oh my gosh. Okay. Give me a stack of gold, please. There we go. And osmium. That. Okay, that's gonna have to cook. How are we doing here? 3 buckets of creosote. Nice. 2 buckets of creosote. Very good. What else do I have in here? Let's come over here. Cool. The lumber can just go somewhere. I don't need all of it on my person. ba. All the stuff. Garbage truck. Reminds me of an old Flash game called Super Energy Apocalypse. Very interesting game. You can play it on, what is it called? BlueStack? Blue? Quicksilver? Knife, machine gun, ion cannon? I forgot what it's called, but it's like basically a Flash emulator. And it's there, and it's still a beautiful game. Very good RTS elements. Really simple, but still very well done, I think. This actually can just go away because it'll disappear. Very good. We'll come back to that later. I need to dump some crap. I don't need this. Tidy this up a bit. No need for that. No need for that. Wait, what's in... Oh, I must have hit this chest? Yeah, okay. I was like, there's no way that's full. This does us up. 2 diamond shovels. Trust me, I realize how sacrilegious this looks. But I have to be honest, it feels amazing. To have such a high value thing that you usually go for, because a lot of automation is blocked behind diamonds. Makes sense. It's an expensive element that you really can't get a lot of in the first 5 minutes. You can rush for diamonds, just dig straight down, get to the level that it's at, go to town. Totally doable. Absolutely doable. But to have a lot is a bit difficult to get to. Take the rest of that. Let's see if this works. Good show. Oh, I have some string on me for no reason. I have this item filtering thing for no reason. I don't need that wrench. Cool. Good enough. Sleepy time? Sleepy time! The way in which these... What is this? Oh, the biomes you'll go? Which is a reference to Dr. Seuss. Love it. Love it. Do I have trees in here? I really hope... Oh, wait, yes I do. 5. Perfect. That's more than enough. Normally, I think you've got to go to a swamp biome or something to get any decent amount of clay. But with these mods that have so many different biome areas... I'm in an acacia desert? Atakama? Atamaka? I can't even read this anymore. I'm in the overworld, it doesn't matter. Whoa! Hello? Yeah, Did I leg out the server? Because I just removed so much crap? Wow, and salt? I didn't... Heck, oh, wow. Yeah, okay. I'm in. I'm in to win. Yup. I love it when I'm concerned about a resource and then immediately am proposed with the idea that I'll never have to worry about it again. It's very handy. I don't know how the hell I got salt, but... I must have accidentally mined out some salt. This can go, this can go, this can go. I'm the clay lord. Oh. Okay. I think I should fix this. Something's gonna throw a fit. If it's not the server, someone's gonna visit my base and have a real hard time over this. So I'll just get this fixed. And then it should just infinite block its way to oblivion, right? Okay, this is just borderline funny at this point. That ain't right. Okay. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not entirely sure how to fix this. In the same regard, I'm not too entirely sure if I should care. I guess nuking a bunch of blocks and then creating a bunch of block lag is something I'd prefer to avoid, if possible, but I'd probably have to build a bunch of crap out there, then just silo. That's fine. I'll put up a sign. It doesn't matter. How much stuff do I have? We're good. Yeah, we're done. I have a double wide of crap on me. That took no effort whatsoever. They call me John, very pleased with himself, Megacycle. No one calls me that. It'd be pretty funny if they did. Okay. I would like me one of these. You're going to build a new filter rule. Nope. Yeah, a little of that. That. Cool. I think I have another frame somewhere. You can always make a new one. Man, if I have it, it's staring me right in the face. If it is, I failed the test because I don't see it. Okay, well I do have more leather, so NBD, yo, no big deal. I want to do 2 of these. I would also like one for wood product, which I'll handle in a second here. So, wood. Wait. Just clay things? I wasn't paying attention. Hey! Nailed it. I also need conduit for this. Hey! Hey, yo! Got some conduit here. And this guy hooks up. And we're just gonna dump this into a bin because I like to test things. Assume I have an empty bin somewhere. This is gonna be boring, but whatever. That is a ridiculous amount of clay. I know where there's an empty bin, probably. Excellent. Bop. And bop bop. Normally when I play modded Minecraft with folks, what normally happens on the Discord server or in any community I've been a part of, what I find is people usually try to specialize in certain products. We'll treat it just as if it's like any sort of other game, really. Is we'll say, hey, I've got a lot of sugar. I'll work on sugar. And that's great because other people can go to traders and do a bunch of trading or something. Or someone will be like, oh, I got all the wheat. You need wheat? Come on over, whatever. Or someone will put a lot of effort into like an ender farm. And then it's awesome because then you have like a really good conversation. You're like, that's not the kind of conversation you have. Hang on. You have a good conversation because like you're helping each other out, right? It's like, what do you need? What do I got? What do you want? What do you need? Whatever. But the thing is, it's really weird about this pack, like I've been saying, is I have so much in so heavy of a frequency. The trading has been weird. Like, I haven't traded really with anybody except AshleyK was super dope. He brought me a bunch of leather so I can get my labeling system done. And what I've been trying to do is I've been trying to monopolize on plastic and stuff like that so I can go and be like, if anyone else wants to do whatever mod this stuff needs, what is it, industrial foregoing, they have it. They don't have to do the beginning part like I have. But yeah, it's just been weird with how much stuff everyone's just so quickly acquired. Not a bad thing. Not a bad thing, just different, right? If you don't have that struggle for resources, especially in the early game, or food, for example. Food has been ridiculously plentiful all the way with absolutely everything we've gotten from just the quest line, it's been pretty darn good. So, like, I haven't had to really fight for food. Whereas there are some mod packs where it's just, I don't know if they set it so you're hungrier faster or what. Can I get the brick? Oh, I think I chucked all the brick. So I have a bunch of soapstone. Cool, thanks. I sure did. That's a lot. Oh, you know what? While we're at it, hold on. Give me 6 stacks of this. And because we already have it docked into the system, bop. There we go. Cool. Just consider that spent. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Easy peasy. Let's hope it's the same formula. The formula for the Krabby Patty. Don't know why I said it that way, but I said it that way. We're here now. Here we are. The formula. I don't know why that's funny to say, but it is. Okay, I hope this is the exact same thingamadoo. Second verse, same as the first, a little bit louder, a whole lot worse. Whack. Really hot topic. Hot diggity daffodil. Bunch of gravel on me? Cool. I think I have gravel. Put away. I was honestly hoping for this to be more of an aesthetic episode. But I got tied up in more automation stuff, which I'm not complaining about. I really want to get these cloches done. Okay, so how do? Is it just iron and coke? I should look this up. Block of iron, block of steel. Does this not require fire? Does this not require any amount of so 9 times 60 is 54. So there's no time saving there. I don't really want to do blocks. And I don't think I'll need a second one of those. So I'll take a stack of Rooney. See, I see the fuel icon. I ain't no fool. Oh, okay, blast furnace fuel. Tell me you take coke. Charcoal block. Pfft. That's for nerds. We get the good stuff. It looks like there's a 10% bonus. 10 times 60 is 600. But there's only 9 slots. So it looks like for blocks of coal coke, we can get more energy efficiency for our buck. That's not how any of that... Why am I doing that? It's not how any of that crap works. Get into the part of the night where Johnny's sheepy. Boop. Aw, yes. Oh my god, it's gonna take a while. It's fine. It's completely fine. How much steel do I need? I don't think I need a lot of steel. Iron mechanical component. Oh! I read that as steel mechanical component. Oh no! Did I not need steel at all? I think I need steel for turret casings? Or something? I'm very confident I need it for something. Iron. Okay, that's where all the creosote comes in. Steel mechanical component. Yep. I needed... Bosh. Iron mechanical component. Okay. Vacuum tube, glass, nickel, copper, white. Yep, that's fine. The nickel, we're not there yet, but everything else is pretty straightforward. We'll put the botanical stuff on the other side of the storage wall, I think. I don't want to put everything on the same wing or whatever. Okay, now more to the point. What do I make this? What is the steel stuff for? Heavy engineering block, revolver drum. Okay, buzzsaw. Okay, is that it? That's all. That's all Okay, what is steel used for? How about that? I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. Okay. Don't care. 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 Alchemy table. Tag item filter. Interesting. Steel is also needed in the Hellfire Forge. Oh, this is mechanism steel. I pick my nose in disgust. HOP graphite ingot? No idea. I can tell colors apart, but this is really difficult because it light gray, darker gray, not as dark gray, off gray, green, Constantan? Is it Constantine alloy? What is it? Also another gray. I can't do it. Okay. What can I make steel with? Or it's just interchangeable and it doesn't matter. Maybe it's interchangeable and it completely doesn't matter. Actually, it doesn't look like I need a lot of this stuff. Foundry, casting, spirit repair, crusher. Steel wire. What is steel wire used for? Steel cable coil. Decoration. Yeah. So these cable... Steel cable coil. Okay. Yeah, these are the different kinds of wiring that I was mentioning before. Razor wire. Ooh, okay. Okay, I'm thinking. Oh, this is all used for, like, nothing. Okay. I didn't need to go down this route, but that's okay. I got my creosote, which I'm happy about. We're gonna get all the lumber. We're gonna creosote like it's 1999, baby. Give me, yeah, a little bit of that. Oh, I was gonna do wood. Hold on. Yep, I got halfway through an idea and then I interrupted myself. Which is not really great, because I really like to play Blue Mage in Magic the Gathering. And I can get about 2 layers of abstraction deep nowadays. And then it's like, what are you gonna do? Oh, you're gonna cast Fireball? Cool. Counterspell. What are you gonna do? What's it called? Pyroblast, which is like an alpha card which destroys any blue card in the game, which isn't legal anymore. Lol. And then it's just like a bit of back and forth. And I'm the Blue Mage. I'm like, wait, how much mana do I have? What the hell was I doing? Okay, start over. Or whenever I get a lot into like infinite mana generation or infinite life generation, it's like, pay some mana, tap this card, pay some mana, untap that card, pay some mana, and you just get in this kind of a loop, right? You get in this a little bit of a cycle of like, how do you make infinite resources in a turn-based game when you're fighting someone and not irritate them immediately? Well, about that. Gets a little nutty, but then after like 4 or 5 turns, it just gets a little nutty. Okay, you can have all this. Bonza, amazing. I thought I had another picture frame. Up. Neat. Okay. That frees up all this. Oh, you know what? Let's give this another try. It's filtering to somewhere. Let's try that one more time. I'm a little sus. Just a tiny, tiny bit sus on it. Ugh, Bonza. Amazing. Alright, that takes care of that. We got lumber, we got bucket. I don't need this crescent hammer. I thought I needed it. I don't need it. Yeah, the cloches will go over there. I just realized that my path isn't cleanly bound to the ladder. Stuff happens. Not gonna cry super hard over it. So I'm gonna just hold shift and click around to see if I can interface with this thing. So what I'm going to guess is because I can't click on it and do the thing, maybe I can't interface with it. I'm still willing to give it a try though. So this looks like this. Oh, I definitely need some crafting table action. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. We'll clean all this up later. So now the problem is because these are not Tinker's crafting tables, it's going to automatically eject everything out of it. Which is fine, because before, what Minecraft used to do is used to just spill it upon the floor. But that doesn't do me as many favors as I like. They changed the recipe of it, and I should really look up what the recipe is. But I'm just gonna work my way through about that much of this. I'll need some iron. Oh, I just ran right past it. That's enough iron. Actually, very soon, can I shut off my auto item generators? I probably can right now. I don't have the wrench, so whatever. That's happening. Or it's not happening. Okay, back to square. I need an engineer's workbench. I need treated wood fence. I need an engineer's crafting table. My good gosh, how do I make treated sticks? Oh. Well. That was stupid of me. That's exactly how that works. I don't know what to do with 3 treated fences, but alright. Shift clicking because I can't be bothered to do it any other way. How about that? Do I have everything? No. Am I out of planks? What? That was strange. Okay, we have 1 engineering table. Time to tinker. I'd like the engineering tables to be over here. For right now, there it is. So how does this work? I think I need a blueprint. I need a blueprint. I design the blueprint, and then I make the blueprint. Common projectiles, arc furnace. Show recipes. I need an engineer's blueprint for what I want. Yep. Hold up. Engineer's blueprint. Crafting components. Created items. Okay. Alright. This is mostly off memory. Actually, it's completely off memory at this point. If I didn't have NEI or whatever this is, I think I'd lose my mind. Okay, how do I make a blueprint? Blue dye, paper, and a banner? Really? Oh, engineer's blueprint. Okay, here we go. Blue dye. Oh, hey, guess what? I have apparently 4 double chests of blue dye. I need paper. I don't need a stack of it at all, but feeling kind of, you know, throw my resources around, see what's what. About enough, right? Yeah, exactly. Okay, engineer. Oh, they're all called engineer's blueprints. Duh. Okay, crafting components is what I want. Aluminum, copper, iron. I don't think I have any aluminum. Aluminum, silver, nickel, which I'll have to deal with to get the rest of what I want. Tin, zinc, aluminum. Excellent sauce. Copper, yep. Okay, I think we're getting pretty darn close. So, here's crafting components. It goes into here. And now, it allows me to choose what I want. So, nickel plate, copper wire, redstone dust. I'm not going to need a ton of these things. I have to get rid of some more crap again. I need another dump. I need more dump chests. Oh, these magma blocks and stuff I don't need. Here, boop. That goes away. That goes away. I don't have a good spot for that or that. Sort, please. And this come down here. I don't need you. I don't need you. Or you. Or you. Or you? Okay. Okay. Glass. I have 10 glass. If I had to pay someone for every single time I said the word okay, I think I'd be absolutely bankrupt. Redstone dust. 10 is probably disgusting overkill. But we'll start with 10. Okay, that shows what I can make and the cost, but it doesn't tell me position. Okay, well, we need copper wire. Let's work on that. Oh. Okay, what did I just spell wrong? I-M-M-E-R-S-I-V-E. Oh, it has to be all one word. Okay. Wire. Copper wire. Wire cutters and copper plate or copper sheet. Copper plate is with the engineer's hammer. Hey, fun story. You know that thing I literally just put away? I need it again. I don't know what voice that's for, but there we go. Hammer time. Where my hammer? Is it in my... Nope. Yeah. Oh, I need the shears. Wire cutters. Iron and 2 sticks. Not fancy insulated sticks? I don't know what I'm doing. I don't even have enough iron on me. Okay. I need to undo what I just did. Oh, we're fine. I also have to be a lot more careful how I click on stuff. I forgot what other mod pack had a lot of this, where you have to do a lot of wire cutting and then pounding it down into stuff. And then, like, whatever. I forget. There was another mod. Immersive engineering, probably, or something. Oh, we're in immersive engineering. Duh. Maybe something in terms of, gosh, I don't remember. That's fine. There's 9 more plates. 9 more wires. Total of 10. Thank goodness you hang on to my stuff. And now we need nickel. I have nickel somewhere. I don't know if it was a metal that I needed a better, hotter source for, or what. That's nickel right there. And is this all the nickel I have? Yeah. So this is enough to get me started, but isn't really enough for me to... Oh, you're still doing clay? Oh, which is turning to brick, which is getting kicked out immediately. Excellent. If you could take half of that. Is Nickel that actor? Yes. Nickel Os Cage. O-U-S. Nickel Os. Nickel Os Cage. He's full of nickels. Nickel Os. Nickel as Cage. Okay. That takes that in a different direction I didn't consider. Nickel House Cage. I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with any of this. Which is usually my mantra for life in general. I have no idea what's happening. I have no idea what's going on. And that's probably okay. This is nickel what? Nickel plate. Okay, well, we pound this into a plate. Bop. Easy stuff. Oh, interesting. It's a 3-fer. Well, I'll take the 3. Cool. Now, we have the first part. Now I need the C-L-O-C-H-E, spells cloche. How does this word cloche fit into phytogenic insulator? How the F? Okay, we got glass, iron mechanical components, treated wood planks. Music. Just a little on the loud. Boom, we good? Headshot? Headshot. I think we all right. I still want to normalize all the audio. That's another thing for another time. Iron plate, copper ingot. I want 10. 10 is 40. Just split this down really easy like. It didn't split as easy as I'd want, but that's okay. Bop. I need 10. Oh, I didn't check if this recipe made a crap ton of extra or not. We'll soon find out. Well, what am I doing? There we go. Nope. So it's this, it's glass, it's treated wood whatsits. Excellent. Now I know I have sand somewhere. Yeah. Sorry to interrupt yet again, but I need some glass. Thank you. I'm here to spin glass and chew bubble gum. And I'm all out of gum. Nom 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 nom. I will need more creosote. Or, to be more specific, I need more treated wood planks. To get that, I need more creosote. Ain't no rest for the wicked, till they close our eyes for good. I need, honestly, a little more. I think I need 40, because it's 2 on 2. 2 on 2 on 2 on 2. My math is starting to break down. I am tired. I do feel honestly a lot better though. For those of you that were here when the stream started, I did say like I had a really bad day today. Just a lot going on. Nothing negative, but like too much. I was overwhelmed. Just a lot going on, and I do enjoy gaming. So it's always nice to sit back, and any day I can game after a day of work, I'm happy. I'm a happy kid. But this has been really nice. It's been good to just sit here and do some gaming, get a little more work done on the base. Yeah. Always appreciative of everyone that shows up, absolutely. That's for sure. Okay, we are very close. Glass is all we need. But yeah, this has been a lot of fun. My everything's improved, mood and all. Oh, I needed 4 pieces of glass on every side. Not the other way around. Okay, a garden cloche. So let's see here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. 2, 1, 2. Yeah, that'll do. Perfect. This is a garden cloche. It's a very old-timey kind of a thing. The way I would describe it is maybe if you ever see, like, mad scientists trying to grow plants. Yeah. Probably done in a cloche. I think of them like plant incubators. Plant inky-binkies. I have all this dye on me I don't know what to do with now. So this works out pretty straightforward. Immersive Engineering does a wonderful job of making this work. Power will go from on the top, which I will need energy somethings. I'll just go get the wrench. I will need energy exporters to power the cloche. Energy exporter, perfect. Oh, I also need the variable thingamadoos. Oh, that's kind of what you're getting with this transference, with this trade-off. Is you're paying for power and water, and you get accelerated growth. Now, what you could do with this... I forgot the rut and wrench. What you could do with this is you could also incorporate fertilizer, various fertilizers, to make it work, and it sings. If you ever want to get into like villager trading and you're doing like paper and stuff, oh, it just sings. Oh, and that's kind of the opposite of what I wanted to have happen, but you did the right thing. Oh, right, I can't interact with it until it's plugged in. It's now plugged in. It's a little tedious, but the payoff is going to be ridiculously good. Absolutely ridiculous. I feel honestly 10 is overkill. For one person, for one player to do a thing and accumulate resources, 1 is a gluttonous amount of resources for sure. What I'd always wanted to do is play a mod pack where everyone picks, like you divvy up like the mod packs. And you say, all right, one person takes immersive engineering and, I don't know, something else. I don't know the mod packs enough to discern stuff. And then one person takes another thing, and then like you have like these very mature bases, but everyone's stuck to a single mod pack. I think it'd be kind of cool. Okay, so let's hook up this to the system. Oh, no, that's probably fine. And make sure, like, we'll test every single individualized part, which is kind of how I operate. So, boom. Do these things have power? Wow. Yep, they have power. We check the first and the last. It's just like Christmas lights or holiday lights or whatever. Like, if there's ever a short, check the first, check the last, check the middle, and then just keep dividing down all the middles until you find whatever the crap you're looking for. Okay. This might be an issue because I think I might need this bottom bit. Is it an executive decision here? I'm making an executive decision. We're gonna move this over by 1. I am full of stuff yet again. Not a big surprise. Boop. And then what we'll do is we'll come up this way so it doesn't obscure the back. I don't remember if the fertilizer comes through the back or the water comes through the back, or I'm not entirely too sure what does what, but let's get this a little tidied up. Nope. Yes, awesome. Real Rocky moment there. Adrian! I wasn't sure if I could have nabbed it, but guess what, yo? Oh, now the problem is... No! It's so tall. Can I just top that? Yeah. You getting power, buddy? Yeah, power. The power of Grayskull, or literally anything by now, I don't care. Okay, now... what I would like to try is see if we can get water. What I have here is an aqueous? An aqueous accumulator that's chugging up water and pushing it into the latex processing unit. What I'd like to do... should I bother with infinite water? No. What I was thinking of doing was pumping the water into the system using a world fluid import duct, whatever, and then output it somewhere else. But I think what might be a lot easier here is if I just do something like this. Copper, iron, glass bucket, redstone servo, no problem. A redstone. I already forgot how it looked. I super forgot how it looked. Yes, I overcomplicated it by at least 200%. Minimum. Glass. It's been like the bread and butter of this whole thing. Okay, what I would like then is a fluid. I think I have a fluid importer. Oh, you ate my bucket. That's a sentence I didn't think I'd throw out there today. Oi. Oi, my bucket. Alright. I think water gets fed through the back, and I'm about to try that out now. I think I need a full water source on both sides. I'm amazed we haven't gotten any pigment through our nether portal yet. Oh, bless you. Wow. Jack sneezed. Oh, yep, okay, that fills almost instantaneously. Now. Let's reset this to square. I probably need fluid importers as well. See, the thing is, like with Ender IO, I thought if you look at a cable, you could tell the contents of the cable. Here, I have no idea. Fluid interface, fluid exporter. Let's just try this one time, see if it works. Because now I'm looking at this and I don't actually know if it's working. Not just the cloche. Like, I know it's not working here, but I'm not too entirely sure what part of the process I missed. Bop, bop. Maybe you have to go into the front. We're just gonna go around. I don't want to complicate things by agitating them by incorporating another network. So maybe it looks like this. Maybe this is how this operates. I need a fluid exporter. Yeah, that's it. Does not seem to enjoy that either. Just for giggles. I kind of want to know where water's supposed to go in this thing. Okay. I'll tell you why this is funny. This bottom slot is supposed to be for soil. So it's supposed to look like this. That's how it's supposed to look. And it was like, oh, bucket of water, bucket of water. That doesn't do dingus. You have power. You have what you need. At least the power side of things. We do need the medium. The endstone. Empty. Four buckets. And I can't just give you bucket. Oh. Exporter. Yeah, I'm unsure exactly what I messed up here. Let's try it from this side. Might not be any difference. Might change everything. Who knows? So I'd like you to scram for just a hot minute, if you don't mind. I'm hoping there's a way to turn. You're in there. Thank you. I wonder if there's a way to turn the inputs to change where it's coming from and going out, but I just want to test this and make sure this at least works. Empty. Nothing. Huh. Oh, hold on. Nope. Silly jerk. Fluid importer. Do I need the world importer? I thought because this was like an object that had liquid. Augmentation. Nope. Nope. Where's adjacent source of water? Don't drown. Okay. You absolutely interface it from the top because that's where the bucket is. Let's try a different angle. This is absolutely how I have the other one set up, so I don't think this is wrong. Yeah, I'm willing to just try this again. Fluid importer exports fluids from the network. If worst comes to worst, do we have fluid ducts? Duct. Blazing Bone Vein Hammer. Okay. Steel Pick. Pickads? ADZ? Pickads? Somebody fell asleep on their keyboard, maybe. We don't have basic thermodynamic conductor. That doesn't sound like liquid to me. Transferring heat, yeah, okay. So this is kind of our only solution to make this fly. I have a bucket. Not a bucket, a tank I'd like to try. Great, googly moogly. It's got to be somewhere. Aha! Maybe it'll be better if it takes it from the tank. So we do like this. There's that. Here's a tank. This tank will... both. Okay, now I'm honestly very stumped. It is producing bucket. It's producing bucket. It's producing water. Redstone signal's disabled. No augmentation. This is exactly how I have the other one set up, right? Except it's piping right into the system. I mean, you can't argue with full water, which it has. Oh, do I have any lumber on me? I don't. Sad noises. Okay, so the only real difference I had here is in the latex processing unit, I'm telling it to pull from the aqueous accumulator. I'm very sure this is something very simple, and we're at the point of the evening where I should probably just go to sleep and then just wake up tomorrow or the next time I stream be like, oh yeah, duh, the lid, like that SpongeBob bit with trying to explain something to Patrick or whatever. The lid. Patrick, the lid. The lid. Okay, give me that back. Okay, what else do we have in here? Import all fluids. Import fluid amount, import fluid. This is item and list. That's all there is to this. There's nothing else. Let's take a gander in the book. We could try to brute force our way through, which is very mammoth tank of us, but let's try something else. I'm looking for tunnel tutorials. Oh, place logs. Okay, hold on. World block exporter. Only place wooden logs. Do this using the OR dictionary values operator to retrieve a list of all the items in the logs tag. Okay. Using a item block list. Okay, well, I guess I'm gonna do that real quick. Wait, what was it again? Input 1 string, output list, tag values log. Okay, so is it string? Oops. My variable card does not look like their variable card. This looks like an eldritch horror worth of bad juju that's waiting to happen, and that does not seem right. This is not voodoo. We're doing non-voodoo stuff. Or dictionary values operator. Okay. Okay, so I want string. Are the operators somewhere in here? I'm looking for or dictionary. Oh, I could search, right? I keep forgetting that's a thing. I might not be understanding how this works. String. Is it or dictionary log or something? Like maybe I have to type out that whole thing. Or dictionary values, tag values, shift for info. Tag value items of a given name. Okay. Input list. Place the item. Using the logs tag list. Oh, man. Oh, I bet you any money. This is where I probably needed... I came across a different machine. I am not going to worry about this. So, value logs... Let's see if that works. Oh! Oh, it's just working now? What? What? Well. Cool. Whatever. Don't care. It's working now. This is usually how my code works, actually. Here, you know what? Sacrifice to the fire gods or whatever. It's usually how my code works. Like, I'll bang my head on it for a while and be like, I can't figure it out, nuts to this, and leave, and then come back. I'm like, how does it work now? How does any of this work? None of this makes any sense. Cool, well that's fixed. Actually, before we go any further, how much rubber do I have? Or plastic, or whatever. Nice. You guys are probably still running full tilt. So much iron and stuff. Okay. This can stop. I don't need any more resources. What's a really easy way to stop the process? Because it's still going to keep going. Remove the energy, probably. Then they'll just bleed out. Burn out. It takes 1,000 RF per operation. And I'm very confident all of our generators are maxed. Or our batteries. Indeed they are. Indeed. Alright. I'm starting to run out of steam. What I'd really like to do is I'd like to get the cloches figured out. If we can. So that'll bleed out, that'll stop. It doesn't stop the network, so that's good. So let's see if we can get these cloches figured out. But yeah, in here is going to be like one for sugar, one for wheat. And then if I want any custom foodstuffs, that's where the rest of this is going to go. Tomatoes, lettuce, rice, and then some meat we'll figure out later. And it's like, oh, it's a spicy pepper wrap. Amazing. Who knows? Been playing a lot of Core Keepers as well, where 90% of my food is spicy pepper wraps. It's been a while since I played, so maybe that's not a good foodstuffs anymore. Did I try this one? I don't think I tried this one. Nope. Food exporter. Imports into system, exports out of system. Not super sure what I'm doing wrong, but that's okay. We live, we learn. Probably kick and scream a little bit along the way here and there, but we'll get there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try something different entirely. I'm going to take this all out of the system. Let's get you up to 4. Cool. Then we're going to do is we're going to do this. Bop, bop. Okay, so it has not pulled anything out of the system, which is almost expected at this point. Because I haven't done this yet. Okay. Maybe it has to be on the bottom. That could also make some sense. You fill from the top, you empty out of the bottom? Sure. I could see that. Like legit style, I could see that. Nope. None of this makes any sense. Huh. Okay. We're gonna do a world... Oh, actually, I should read the book. Okay. I win. I've already placed logs, regardless of what you think I should have done. Get out of here. Import all items, interfaces, filter item storage, I don't care. I kind of figured that out by punching myself in the head enough. We kind of figured that out on accident, which is fine. I like it. I like it. Okay, I want to know liquid stuff. Are we... Okay, now we're all the way back. Terminal tutorials? Storage terminal. Show the storage contents of a network. I don't care. Basic network components. Variable cards, display value. Aspects, we already did that. Logical operators, I know all that, that's fine. Yep, I don't care. Logic programmer, variable store. We're getting too far ahead or behind. Nope. Importer exporter. Let's see how this works. Item importers will move the items from the target to one of the item interfaces. Item exporters is the opposite. They will move items from any of the item interfaces to the target. Yep, that makes perfect sense. Import all items. Oh. Oh crap, where did we just go? No, I clicked on a thing. And now I keep clicking. Crafting job terminal. Fluids. Okay, here's where I want to be anyway. Move fluids over the network. Import fluids into the network using fluid importers into fluid interfaces. Export fluids from the network using fluid exporters from fluid interfaces. Dynamically filter what you want to go through using a filtering fluid interface. Okay. Into item interfaces aren't using fluid exporters. Fluid exporter, fluid importer. I'm using a fluid importer to bring it into the system and an exporter to push it out. I thought that was the whole... I thought that was the gimme on this. Filtering fluid interface. Okay, maybe I need a filtering fluid interface. I don't care about energy. Okay, how do we do that? Two fluids and a hopper. That makes perfect sense. That's how everything else has been going. I don't think I have two fluids on me. Up, up. Yeah, I think so. I was really hoping what was going to happen. Is he was just going to dump everything anyway, because that's how other item interfaces have been acting. Filter all fluids. Hey! Hot damn! Okay. Alright, we're back in business. Back into business. Man, that took some effort. I should probably sit down, honestly, with a cup of coffee. And then another cup of coffee. And then another cup of coffee. And then really understand what this mod is trying to do. Because, like, I've just been so excited to just keep playing. I've been kind of bashing my head against it and just be like, well, importer, exporter, brew. We're back in business with our magic. Magic. Okay. Now, this is filtering nothing. Which is fine. I'm not going to hook up petrol or something to this, so it doesn't really much matter. Or maybe it might. That might be fun to try. Note to self. Give that a try. Okay, so I need the rest of those fluid interfaces. I need 100 interfaces. All the interfaces all the time. I feel maybe like 15 more minutes with these cloches knocked out, and then I am going to bed. Might take a bath. Might just go to bed. I don't know. I don't have the wherewithal today to make any real decisions. So, bop. And bop. And bop. Did that work? Hey. Hey, how did you... Fertilizer amount? Okay. Yeah, so the fertilizer slowly weans, and then this is going to be our... Oh! Ooh, look at that. Right. That's right. I forgot you can watch them grow. I don't know how long this takes. Is there a duration? Oh! Look at that. Our first course fruit, and I didn't have to flip and do anything. Hey. Business with our magic. Business with our magic. Boom. It almost looks like I know what the F I'm doing. Right? I need 6 more. 6 more of these. What? Okay. I have to rechange my mouse drivers or whatever, because that's like the 5th time that's happened and freaked me out. It's weird. It's weird. That's all. It's just weird. Fluid interface. Oh, okay. Mineral in a bucket. Mineral in a bucket. Hi. Oh, alright. I guess that's about what I expected. Oh, we'll do the rest, yep. Thank goodness buckets are stackable. Oh my gosh. I will also need more hoppers. I think that's all I need right there. I think I just needed 6. I bet you any money I have another one in my backpack. Nope. Thank goodness. Okay. All good? Quick check. Dude, this thing is cranking on the chorus fruit. Amazing sauce. Oh. Curious. What's the plan here? The medium for planting is endstone. You're planting endstone. Yeah. How about stop drinking? Okay. We're gonna go get sugar. Oh no, I know what we're gonna get. First thing we're gonna get. And I do not need much of this. The hemp. This is another what I like to call a slow burning project. It's usually how I categorize stuff in my brain. With hey, nice melon. With what the priority level of stuff is. Realistically, I don't know how much more immersive engineering I'm going to go down. I don't need a ton of this stuff, but it would be cool to have some more of this on hand to make it very simple for me to move forward with any real automation method. Is this all the dirt I have? Seriously? Huh. Looks like I'll be trading gold for dirt. So I'll need to figure out fertilizer. Growing endstone slabs. As if this game didn't absolutely mock physics and everything as is. I feel like the physics that's used for a lot of the fabrication here is the same engine they use for Goat Simulator. I feel like that's it. This grows insanely fast, like I was saying. Alright, and we already have an input for that. We do. What am I gonna do right now? Actually, I wonder if this is the output. Can I... Oof. Maybe it doesn't matter? Or maybe that's where I would put in fertilizer and this is where it comes out. So let's just test that real quick. I think I'm willing to call it. 3 hours? 3 hours 5? That's not bad. What I did before is I would force eject the item, and then I would kick them out on a conveyor belt, but I don't remember how I did that. So alright, let's do this. Just for theory. What I also wouldn't mind is another chest for all this immersive engineering stuff. The same way I have it for the other mod that I keep forgetting the name of. I don't need... What is this? Another brick? I'll take that. I don't need that. Or that. Good. The rest of this. Oh, so can I change the orientation of this with a whack? I can. Awesome. Okay, no problem. Oh. Keep forgetting that's a thing. Good. Stripped oak log. No thanks. What else am I willing to junk? All this blue dye I don't need. I don't need the paper. Oh, I need the paper. That doesn't matter. Alright. Nether brick goes in the nether bin. The treated sticks also go over here. Boop. Okay. Also, considering slow burn, we also have a bunch of steel. This is great. I'll literally throw away the seeds. We'll get them piped out immediately, and then everything else is just going to be coming up Millhouse Van Houten, yo. It's all coming up Millhouse. Energy exporter. Okay, I need some item importers. Perfect. That's exactly how many I want. And, okay, so I learned my lesson. I need an item filter guy. Item filter guy. What are you, one of them item filter guys? Amazing. Like a stack of iron. Oh, I need me a chest. Up. Up. I'm going to be seeing these recipes in my sleep, which is super great. Okay, I have a feeling that's not the right way to get the items. This wouldn't be the end of the world. At all. Cool. Cool. What? Yes, okay. They feed off the top. Cool. Okay. I need the hammer. I don't know how many of these angles can feed into the system. So if I go bop, bop, and I rotate it like that. Water still piping in, hopefully? Once we see one operation. Actually, we'll make this very simple. Bop, bop. We'll let that grow, and then we'll be able to see for sure whether or not it can still interface from this side. Or from the side I want. Cool. That's pretty dope. How much coarse fruit we got? Oh, yeah. Oh, amazing. Okay. And how do we turn coarse fruit back into seed? No, it was some alkahestry stuff. That's how you pop it. So it's like popcorn, which is great. Nope. What am I thinking of? popped chorus fruit, and a mana pool. Whatever the crap that thing is. Natural alter infusion, phytogenic insulator. Okay. The answer is Botania, and it's a mana pool. An alchemy catalyst. You can turn it back into a chorus flower. Cool. So my ultimate plan is to repay Ashley for his generosity in trusting me with the first of the lot to get him just all the stuff. Is this getting water from something else? Or has it not? Maybe it hasn't blossomed yet. Okay. I bet me money. Now I'm just friggin' curious. Are they feeding all of each other? Because that would be pretty dope. I could just use the top. You know what? I'm not going to stress it. Oh, this works as well. Huh, I kind of just spaced it for a second there thinking a hammer's a hammer's a hammer. Still no water consumption. So, is there water being pulled from somewhere else? Maybe the network has some capacity then. Because this is off. I'm not gonna bug about it. It's fine. Okay. Boop 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 ba-doop ba-doop ba-doop. And we'll just give it the old wrench. And this is gonna come right over here. I think I have a shovel. Heck yeah. Shovel, shovel. Whoa. 128 items later. Hot dog. Alright, do I have any... I have dirt on me now, which is exactly what I need. With some of these mod packs, you can actually pulverize or reform items into each other. So, like, I think, like, I forgot what mod pack it was, but, like, you could get cobblestone. And then you grind cobblestone into gravel, and then you grind gravel into dirt, and then you grind dirt into sand. So, like, if you can get really any part of that tree, anywhere in there, you can get somewhere else, which I forgot one. It might have been like a sky block or a sky factory or something like that. That it was like, okay, now you're at dirt, and you work all the way up to cobblestone or something, and then once you're there, it's like, okay, well now you can just grind this back down into whatever. It's almost like a weird roller coaster. Like you work your way up to cobblestone, and then you just have all the stuff. Oops. Hey. Quark does that. Places it like where you shouldn't be able to see or place it. It's very handy. Very, very handy. Yeah. I'm gonna get some redstone torches behind these things, I think. Make it look super super snazzy. Okay. Wrong tool, and I don't care. Actually, you just bop. Oh. Look at that biz. Nice. Real nice. Nice. Do a little bit of this. Sort all the items. Nope. What am I doing? Yep, like that. I'm gonna pop this guy. You come here. And I'm just gonna kathunk you right... Oh, you're in my backpack. I'm just gonna put you right there, and I will deal with you more next session. Right now, cool. That is dope. That works out very beautifully. Very happy with all this. I'm always excited, maybe unnecessarily, but I'm always excited whenever I see mod packs working together, or individual mods working together. Granted, the idea of building a mod pack is that whole idea that you're getting a bunch of stuff to just work together. But to just be super honest about it, like to have every bit of code coordinated and working, even if you've got like libraries or whatever that do a lot of the grunt work in the background, or however, it's still friggin' fascinating given everything that we have a game like this. I don't know, maybe I'm too easy to please, or maybe I'm just like whatever, silly or something, but this is pretty dope. Pop that. Oh, I put it all away, right? Now, normally with this immersive engineering, what you'd have to do is, if you're just using immersive engineering, you would need a lot more creosote and a lot more hemp to get to power generation. Just power generation. The power generation part of this mod is a lot of fun. It's very immersive. Like, you build a windmill, and it's huge. The higher you go up, the more power it makes, blah, blah, blah. All that makes sense and stuff. It's just really cool. But it takes a lot more grinding, so to speak, and patience to get there. Is that a bad thing? No. It's all the pacing that the mod creator was expecting, or whatever. You know, you can make stuff cheaper or more effective or whatever to alleviate that. But I really like the speed of it. I think it plays very well. But this is the nice thing, like I always say, we concentrated so much on resource allocation and processing early in this season of the Megacycle crafters. And happened again. I gotta nuke my... Oh, maybe because backups. Maybe because backups. I worked so hard trying to get like a lot of resources cleaned up and patched up that this works out really, really well now that we're here. Because I've got enough stuff to just do whatever. How in the... Oh, okay. It bit me in the ass again. It bit me right in the ass again. Okay, well... It was connected to the mains. And that's why this happens. I was like, why is this not pulling the course route? This is stupid. It sure is stupid. It absolutely is stupid. It's incredibly stupid. And I did it again. Yeah, it was connected for half a second. So, let's talk that through, right? What does that look like? How do we fix that? Well, the way we fix that is we don't bloody connect it to stuff, first of all. The second thing that we do is if we're going to do any work whatsoever, the trick is we have to change the channel. So, we hook everything up, we change the channel, and then we go through and do all the tweaking or something. Like, there's a proper order of operations I'm sure we can figure out to make that suck a lot less. But until then, it's a bit of a problem. Okay, you can have everything back. I'm going to start wrapping up now. I don't need 2 coarse fruit producers at all. We got a lot of stuff coming through. Yeah, it's empty here. Wonder why it's empty here. Well, genius. Yep. Put away the cables. So yeah, we'll start wrapping this up. I'm going to call this an episode. This worked out very well. What did we accomplish? Let's talk through all the stuff we did, yeah? We got to immersive engineering. We got our coke oven. We have a blast furnace. We have automated latex processing for rubber and then plastic. We have our automated disposal that I wanted to get figured out. So all the excess redstone, all the excess coal, all the excess iron, not iron, lapis is getting dealt with. We created our own garbage chute. So that way stuff I can just dump right in here and it just gets filtered to wherever it's got to go, assuming I've got a location for it. And if I don't, it should hit these transient bins right here for pre-collection processing. So the idea really is I would come over here and I would take a look and I'd be like, oh, I've got a lot of tin, or I have a lot of fluorite. And then I would go create a storage for those items. And then they would just filter through the system like nobody's business, like nothing's new, right? That's kind of the ultimate plan with it. But all good things take time, and all good things take patience. Just have to be chill about it and have a good time. That. Very good. What else we got? Thank goodness this is easy. I want that. I want the tank. The generator should go in here. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. What is this? Aluminum? I'd like the ingots and stuff to go back to the iron chest. Not the iron chest, but where I've been keeping all the metals. That better compartmentalizes in my brain a bit, so if ever I need any metallurgics, go right here. That's a fun word, metallurgics. Metallurgy. When I was a kid, I could not pronounce that word for shoot. I don't know why, it's just my brain short-circuited for a second. It's like metal, nope. Not gonna try it. Gonna try it. Any other metals in here? Oh yeah, you got me the capsid, which I'm still unsure what to do. Industrial hemp seeds. We have the salt, which is not a metal. Osmium. Apatite's not a metal. Nickel ingot. Anything else? We good? Good. So ideally, I don't even know if I'm going to pipe all of the exports of the cloches into the system. Maybe I just leave the outputs in the cloches and then like that's it. I'm not entirely sure what I want to do. I will need some sort of fertilizer for sure. But yeah. We'll get there. We'll get there. So let's go ahead. That looks good. I was going to say go ahead and wrap up, but I do want to take a quick gander outside. Now that we've got more resources flowing, we got the hemp stuff going well, we've got a lot of stuff going on. I'd really like to spend some time working on building our fortress. Now, the theme I have was going to go like Grecian arches kind of a thing. When I was, first of all, just building out the beginnings of the base, I needed something quick defensive. So I'm just going to get up here a little bit, add a few more torches, and we'll have a better view. Don't want to pepper the whole place with torches, but I'm not fighting those flying bear jerks again. Nuts to that noise. Well, I have diamond gear now, so it's not really that big of a deal. I have so much diamond. Okay. So, Simba, all the land you see is all that will be your kingdom, or however Lion King went. I don't know, I slept through it. So I cordoned off that side of it. Which way am I pointing? What is this? East? South? Okay. So, southeast is kind of where I kind of want to also build like a bit of a port thing. And maybe something like we've got a really nice opening for ships and trade. So I wouldn't mind something fancy. It doesn't have to be ultra class. But I like to do like maybe 3 episodes where we concentrate on function, and then another episode where we concentrate on form, where I just fill my inventory full of lumber product and stuff. And we just go ham on whatever. Just make it look good. So this is kind of what I started with, just so we can get like some sort of barrier between the zombies and us, right? Sharks? I don't know how sharks work, but that's okay. This doesn't give us a lot of land to work with per se, but I don't know, build maybe some sort of a dock. I'm not really sure. I kind of don't want to go massive base this time. I'm thinking like the tight little knit areas that we've got going on underground for our manufactory. And then what we're going to do with this is mostly going to be a completely aesthetic garden. I don't really see a strong need for me to have a ton of farming up here if I can just do a lot more productive stuff downstairs with all of the power and water and all that. But anyway, I think this was a good episode, yeah? I hope you all enjoyed spending your time with me, and I appreciate it when you spend your time with me. I really do. I really do. This was nice. Yeah, I'm really happy with this. Just... Oh, actually here. There's the thumbnail for the episode, yeah? Something like that. Gets everything nice bundled, all the new additions and everything. So, anyway, thank you all for joining me. My name's JohnMegacycle, and yeah, I hope to catch you next time.